Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to Z Talks episode 53. Thank you for choosing to spend your Thursday night with me and my guests. So, whether you're watching this on Friday, Saturday, on catch up, whenever you're watching, really appreciate you just taking the time to check out this Thursday night live stream. Got a whole host of guests joining me tonight. Some that you will join from 8:30 UK time, but maybe a little bit before then. And then they're going to be on from 8:30 till 9:45. Then from 9:45 up until the end, about 11 o'clock, maybe 11:15 p.m. I am going to be joined by other guests as well. So yeah, firstly, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you again for tuning in. How's your week going so far? How are you guys doing? I hope all's been good. And again, I just want to thank you for joining me on this live stream tonight. Yeah, episode 53. Crazy how these weeks fly by. And I always look forward to doing Z Talks, talk to you guys, see some friends, and just have an all round good time and just open discussion with some really great people. And you guys, of course, chiming in the comments. Now, down below this live stream, give the live stream a big thumbs up. Helps the helps the channel, helps the algorithm. Really do appreciate it. And also, there is a live chat comment section. Leave your comments. We're going to certainly try get to them all today. Even if it's just saying, "Hey, Mike," or "Hey, everyone, how you doing?" Just ask, any question or leave any comments. Let me know what you've been up to this week or what movie you're going to check out next. I definitely want to have that discussion with you, and I will be having that discussion with my guests tonight. So yeah, very excited to be here. Always love doing Z Talks. Sorry if you see kind of like some reflections here. It's usually the glasses or these kind of brighten lights here to help me just kind of light up the room a little bit. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Now we have got a couple of guests in the wings, so let's bring on a couple of guests right now to join me. First up is my good friend who's been a while since been on Z Talks, and that is Jacob.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you, Jacob?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for inviting me. It's been a
Hey,
while.
hey, you're welcome. I mean, it's always a pleasure to have you. And I know for anyone who doesn't know, me and Jacob's collabed on my channel and his channel, respectively, quite a few times. Um, and
Yeah,
Jacob at the moment is currently going through a process of being in school a lot of the time. So
yeah,
most of the time, you're not usually free on Thursdays. So I thought he's on summer break.
yeah.
Let's hit him up.
Yep. I actually start school again in the starting Monday, so
Mm.
you actually got me back at the best time.
Right, right. And Jacob, I always love collabing with you whenever we can. I know it's not often, a lot nowadays, but it's always great to see you again. So thank you for joining me, my friend.
Yeah, it's great to be back just for at least 1 week.
Right. Well, it's good to have you. So if anyone who doesn't know Jacob, Jacob's channel link is down below in the description box. His channel name's just Jacob Martin as well. Um, Covers a lot of awesome stuff like movie reviews, TV show reviews, does a lot of live streams celebrating Disney or life in the movies with Ryan Cam over on his channel. So a lot of good stuff, Jacob. Did I sum that up okay?
Yeah, you summed that up pretty good. I also have a monthly podcast called Discussing DreamWorks, also with Ryan Cam. I started a series a couple months ago, a live stream series called Reacting to Hot Takes, which has been pretty
Hmm.
fun. And then I'm starting to implement some music content as well. I've recently, earlier this year, I did a collab with Ryan from Worst Reviews. Did a big live stream on Queen. Recently did the Chris Stapleton live stream with Adam from What the Gym and Jason the Old Millennial, and currently undergoing a process of listening to all of the Aerosmith albums. And I'll be doing a big collaborative live stream with Jason the Old Millennial and Briar's Music Showcase. And I think that's going to be a fun stream whenever we get to it.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely be a fun one, especially as Brian and Jason knows a lot about their music. So always a good discussion, to say the
Yeah,
least.
and yeah, it's exciting diving into that avenue as well because I've always been a fan of music, maybe not as much as I have with movies, but music is a big integral part of my life as well.
Right, absolutely, and it's cool that you've got that diversity on your channel, and you do a lot more than just say movies as well. So that's cool.
Yeah, and I think too with the since my channel, I haven't been doing as much content since going to school. Adding the music stuff on there just adds a different variety to the channel.
Right, absolutely. So, as I say, please go check out Jacob's channel down below in the description box. And we're going to continue the discussion, but we've got a couple more guests to bring in. Next up is Norin Radd89. Hey, Norin.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How's it going?
Going good. How are you?
Doing good, man. The kids are back in school now, so it's been like school shopping, clothes shopping, all that kind of stuff. And then, it's my birthday month too, so the first 2 weeks are kind of packed, like making sure we got gifts for me, gifts for my daughter, and gifts for my wife, because all three of us are in this month.
Well, certainly a busy time to be celebrating for sure. Yeah, man. No, it's all good. Well, firstly, Norin, thanks for joining tonight. Really appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for inviting me, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. And by now, I'm sure you guys have seen Norin on Z Talks plenty of times. His link is down below in the description box. Go subscribe to him if you haven't.
I'm just a usual suspect now.
Right. And you're not too far off 350 subs, right?
Yeah, I think I'm at 325, I think, right now. Yeah, I think 25 more, and I'll be at 350, I believe.
Nice, man. Well, not too far off. Definitely had a big growth progression this year as well, which has been fantastic, man. So really proud of you, dude. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. It's been a lot of it's because of you, Ryan, and even Angel from the Voices from Mausoleum. Just all that community building and sharing. It's been really cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, absolutely. And I know, obviously, Jacob, as he was talking before about community sharing with, Ryan, Briar, Jason, Adam, and stuff as well. So definitely important to do.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. We've got a couple more guests in the wings as well. Next up is Sin from Sin's Corner. Hey,
Hello.
Sin.
Hello again. Hello. Nice to see you again, Norin. Nice to meet you, Jacob. I don't think we've been on a stream together.
I think this will be the first.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been minutes since Jacob's been here back again.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's nice to see everybody.
Yeah, it was great to see you as well. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to the Last Voyage of the Demeter. I'm hoping it's good. Gonna go see that right after this stream. So
nice.
I'm excited.
Nice. So what time's you showing tonight?
5 my time, 5 Eastern.
Okay.
So
nice.
And I don't think it's more than 2 hours. So I should be out of there by 7 and come home and film a review. And I hope it's going to be a positive review. We'll see. This movie made my top 10 most anticipated. So I hope it measures up.
I know that Last of Demeter, I've seen one press outlet covered, which is IGN. So,
yeah, I stayed away from reviews.
Take that for what it is.
Okay. Thanks for letting me know they gave it a negative review.
Well, no.
I did. I will say I did watch Chris Stuckman's review of the film earlier. He only reviews nowadays. If he reviews a movie, he generally likes it.
He likes it. Exactly. That's what he said since he became a director. Okay, well, that makes me feel a little better. Not that I hinge everything on what other people but I like to go in especially for a movie I'm anticipating. I don't want to know anything about anything. I don't want to know what anybody thinks, but now I kind of have an idea, so that makes me feel a little good.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Just give you a little bit of optimism.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Sin's channel is down below in the description box as well, so definitely go subscribe to Sin and look out for that Last of Demeter review tonight, or maybe early tomorrow.
Probably tomorrow, yeah, because it takes a bit of time to edit.
Right. Well, Sin's great to have you, Jacob and Norin, and we've got two more guests in the wings as well. Next up is DJ Sami G in the house. Hey, Sam.
Hey.
How you doing, Sam?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. As you can tell, it's past my bedtime.
He's in bed again.
Gonna say, UK time, past my bedtime. Yeah,
He's ready to leave the live stream and go to sleep.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll afterwards. But yeah, not too bad, Mike. How's yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. Great to have you again. So thank you for joining. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much, mate. So what's your next film then, Mike?
Good question. I think it's going to be on Sunday, and
Yeah.
on Sunday they're showing Enter the Dragon on 4K in the cinema.
Oh, nice one, man.
Right, and I've never seen it, so be a first
Wow.
time ever on the big screen as
Oh
well.
my god, dude, that's gonna be so good.
Guess what, Mike? I've also never seen Enter the Dragon, and hello, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Back, baby.
I'll just
Jason.
quickly like. I'll just quickly wrap this up, Mike. I'm just gonna say I've never seen Enter the Dragon, but I'm also going to see it next Thursday. I'm going with Ryan. Let's Get Kicking Movies, so that should be fun.
Sweet.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't know if anyone here has picked up that Arrow box set. You know, the 4K Golden Harvest set. I haven't.
Nah, it was quite pricey, so if I pick it up, it go down a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I say, I've seen some good unboxings of it, Mike, but I think I'm probably just happy to watch them movies, you know, like it, sort of like Tyneside, because Tyneside are like showing them. So yeah, I probably will go and see. I'm going to see Enter the Dragon, and I'm hoping to see Taxi Driver tomorrow at the Tyneside. So that should be fun because Taxi Driver is one of my favourite films of all time.
Oh.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, I know you're always going to see a lot of classic movies as well, so...
Yeah, Tyneside are really knocking it out of the park this month. Some absolute belters. They're showing like Goodfellas and 2001: A Space Odyssey as well. So yeah, fantastic stuff.
Yeah, no, very cool, mate. Well, first I just want to say the link to Sam's Instagram is down below. He doesn't have YouTube, but he has Instagram, so go follow him over there. And then making his return from Europe is Jason. So how you doing, Jason?
The champ is here. Good to be back. Yeah, it's been a while, but
it has. But great to have you back as always.
So jealous of your Sound of Music tour trip. Oh my gosh, that was so cool.
Yeah, you commented on that one.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to sing bus songs from the movie as we're on the bus.
Yeah.
Going up the out mountains.
Everybody's singing along to songs from the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been so much fun.
Yeah, you would like it.
And did anyone try to reenact the dancing scene in the little conservatory part?
No, nobody tried
around the fountain, you know.
Right. Well, everyone here has seen Sound of Music, right?
I haven't.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I know.
It's so good.
Yeah. It's actually I was going to say, Sin, it's actually my mum's favourite film of all times, and I'm yet to see it.
Oh, it's really good. It's a musical, but and I don't like musicals very much, but that is an exception. It's a wonderful film, such a feel-good movie, and I just love it. I've always
I heard it's really good, to be fair. Obviously, Julie Andrews, it's kind of like, you know, like the musicals like at the time were just at their peak of their powers, really. So it's what I kind of definitely need to watch in due course.
It's long, so be prepared for a bit of a sit down. But there were no boring moments at all for me. I just loved every moment of it.
Yeah. That's the movie's based off of.
Right. Yeah.
Maria.
Oh, nice.
I think I have a book called Maria, maybe one of the books about her or by her or something.
So I'm interested in reading that and seeing the true story.
It's quite a bit different, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Great movie, Sam. It's like, as Sin said, nearly 3 hours as well. But Yeah. My favorite ever musical. So great movie.
I think me and Nige was saying last week that film definitely needs to get like the 4K treatment. So yeah, I hope it does at some point, and then that's kind of like my gateway to like watching that movie as well. But I can imagine Tyneside would show that one at some point.
Possibly for like an anniversary, maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I think is it 60 years next year, that film? 1964?
1965.
Oh, 65.
I thought it was 65. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be about 60 years, huh?
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah, you know they're going to come up with some sort of release, some sort of nice release for it.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
You'd think so. But also, I just want to say as well, lastly, is go subscribe to Jason, the Old Millennial. The link is down below. Yeah. So is all my guest channels as well. So definitely go give them some love.
Yeah.
A couple of comments waiting in the wings, so we'll get to a couple of them. We've got Video Tasties saying, hey,
hello,
guys.
Gareth.
Hey.
Hey, Gareth. Hope you're well. We've got Josh saying, hey, everyone.
Hey,
great to see you.
Hey, Josh.
Hope you're well, my friend. We've got the viewer Drew saying, hey,
hello, mate.
What's up?
Drew.
Hey, Drew. Drew, I will praise you, man. Always a constant supporter, so I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Absolute legend.
Excellent.
We've got a question from Film Review Central. So, hey, Kieran, hope you're doing well.
Oh.
He says, 6 movies from Marvel are planned to come out next year. Do you think they might put Marvel back on track, or do you think it's too much, especially with James Gunn trying to build the DC up? Very good question.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize it was going to be 6.
6 movies.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
no, I don't think it's going to put them back on track. That's my answer. It's too much.
It's a lot for 1 year, I will say.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be the busiest year. I think it's supposed to be the busiest year.
Very good question.
Well, especially with everything being pushed back at the moment and more projects being pushed.
Yeah.
So,
Marvel's was put back, isn't it?
Well, so I was just about to say, if you guys know, feel free to chime in. So we've got Kraven the Hunter next year.
Yeah, I heard about Kraven, but I hadn't heard about the Marvels.
Kraven got delayed.
Kraven,
by like a year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys know what other Marvel movies are coming next year?
I know. I think Deadpool 3 was supposed to come out next year, but it got they shut production on that because of the actor strike. So I don't think it's going to come out next year.
Yeah.
Right.
I know we're getting the Marvels is still going to come out in November.
Yeah,
other than that, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we got Loki season 2 premiering in October.
Other
than that, I don't know. I don't know what the Marvel plan is going forward because of how much the strikes are affecting productions. Yeah. And I don't know how long that's going to take.
I think they've got the Avengers movies coming out as well, I think, at some point.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit later down the line, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
I think the next Captain America movie is coming before that. I think we're getting the 4th Captain America.
There's a 4th Captain America is supposed to come out next year, supposedly, and I think the Thunderbolts is another one.
Oh yeah, I remember that one too. Yeah, but I heard they actually. Did you hear the special effects artists are supposedly trying to unionize at Marvel? They're trying to create a union and everything because they said they're like upset about the whole like Marvel and like how they rush them and like the visual effects, how that's why they look so crap recently is because they have dates and deadlines that are unrealistic.
Right.
Yeah, I did read about that, and I'm happy for the visual effects artists. I'd like to see them get the treatment that they need to get the effects looking good. But that's also it's gonna take longer to make these movies, and with the deadline that's being pushed on them, it's gonna be a larger window of I guess time between movies.
Right. Well, thank you for chipping in, Kieran. He's saying across the SpiderVerse, Thunderbolts, as we're saying Cap 4 and Fantastic 4 as well.
There used to be more time between the movies before.
SpiderVerse, I know, got taken off the schedule because there was there was a
They're
report that
not here.
came that the animators were nowhere close to finishing
Yeah.
the next movie,
No.
and they haven't even recorded a lot of the voice acting yet for that movie, and of course the actors can't do that now because they're on strike.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll tell you what. So Jason, what do you think about this? Do you think it's going to put Marvel back on track, or not really?
I don't know. Are movies going to be coming out? I feel like everything's getting delayed and canceled lately. I have no faith in anything in the future, to be honest. Anytime they're like, oh, here's our 5-year plan, I'm like, don't give me a 5-year plan, because none of that's going to happen. Like, everything's changing so rapidly. Things are going to get canceled. Things are going to get delayed. It's just a mess to me.
Yeah,
it's fair. Sam?
I think
don't know.
Marvel's output. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, mate. Do you want to go first?
Okay. Well,
You
I think
go first,
Marvel's
mate.
whatever they got cooking, I'm more excited about with that than I am with DC at the moment, because DC's kind of in such a weird rut at the moment. Yeah, I like the Flash movie, but all the other movies that were announced and are set to release that came before James Gunn made his plan, they're like dead on arrival to me. Like, I think Blue Beetle's not doing anything for me. The Aquaman movie, I don't think is going to be that impactful.
Yeah.
Whereas Marvel, at least, even with the delays, still have at least kind of a game plan on what they're trying to do, even though I don't think the consistency is there as it was in the early phases. So I think, if anything, I think there's more hope for Marvel, I think, at the moment than there is DC, unless James Gunn's movies turn out really, really good, which I hope they are, because James Gunn has a good track record. But as of now, I think Marvel, I think going to turn out better with this at the moment.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see the state of DC going forward with James Gunn and Blue Beetle, how that's going to do. Sam, what was your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I've kind of gone a bit bittersweet on the whole Marvel thing, May. I think it's just, I've kind of said this a few times, it's coming to the point now where we've just seen it all before. We're not breaking any new ground, and I feel the last couple of years has just been very diluted in quality. The last, MCU film to really blew it out the water for me was Spider-Man No Way Home. But since then, it's just been very hit and miss, I think. But I think what they need to do, Mike, is the MCU to take a 2 to 3 year hiatus, maybe, and then come back when they've got some more fresh ideas. I think I will say I get why the MCU have to keep going, because it's a very popular product, and it is keeping obviously it's keeping the cinemas running smoothly and getting people to go to the cinema. I get that, but I just feel a bit, I'm very hot and cold with it all, really. I've not been enjoying Marvel as I used to, and it is sad saying that, because I used to really love their content. So I will say, out of the two, though, I'm pretty much looking forward to what James Gunn has to bring to the table, the DC, because, James Gunn, I think, is a trusted director, and I think he can bring his own aesthetic and his own vision, and he could really do, he's got I think he's a good, safe pair of hands, and he could do the DC justice there, put all those ideas of the DC and put it through his own blender, and give these branch of characters that obviously the great story character work that they deserve. So it'll be interesting, but Marvel at the minute, mate, not really excited for any future projects.
Yeah, that's fair enough, man. It's one of those that's always going to be a big discussion a lot amongst. I mean, even all of us have got different takes on it, you know.
Definitely. I will say this quickly, Mike. I think I made this joke when we went to go and see The Flash. You know, Blue Beetle. Do you think Paul McCartney will make a cameo?
No.
No.
Or just
loves that one.
He might make a cameo and then he might wing it. See what I did there?
Wings.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that was terrible. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It was bad, but I'll let it off. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting topic, right? As you guys said, like different opinions. Great to hear from them all. I think with Marvel, I think it could come out on top. I think it depends on. I think they don't need 6 movies in a year. I think 3 movies, as they used to kind of do back in the day, got people excited, got people thinking about that movie a bit more till the next release, and just had a bit more hype to them.
Yeah.
6 movies seems a bit.
Back in the day, they did like maybe 2 at most.
Yeah,
two at most.
Yeah.
And they were so much better.
Yeah, go back to
It used to be an event, Mike, and I think that's what I've missed about, the superhero sort of that excitement, because like you look at Avengers Endgame or No Way Home, and it used to be an event, but it just, I haven't had that feeling about Marvel in a while, and I feel if they take a couple of years hiatus and come back with some fresh ideas, we might get that feeling back.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of, it depends, because like Norin said before, like with the visual effects artists doing a union of sorts, like if they're putting out 6 projects a year, how much time have they got to work on visual effects? They're not going to have enough time to perfect it like they did back when. So I think it's an interesting topic as well, and a great question as well, Kieran. So thank you for the question.
Thank you, mate.
We've got a viewer, Drew. He says here, good news. My most recent Lego Marvel short, Iron Man Part 1, has reached 1.1k views,
cool.
and the most successful Lego short film.
Nice.
That's awesome, Drew. Congrats, man. Great to hear as well. So congrats, dude. We've also got, just go back to this question very quickly. Sin, what's your thoughts on James Gunn's DC?
Well, I'm still annoyed with him for getting rid of Cavill, and then supposedly getting rid of Gal Gadot, and now she's coming back, and I'm confused about how that's going to work. I'm not really super pumped about what he's going to do. I am looking forward to Blue Beetle. That does look like it's going to be pretty fun. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hopefully there's not going to be any ridiculous, I don't know, preachy messaging, that they've kind of inserted into a lot of the comic book movies lately, which that's been a turn off to a lot of people. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be fun. I have no plans at all to see Aquaman. I refuse.
I didn't watch the first one.
It was overrated, in my opinion. I mean, it was okay, but people acted like it was like the next best thing since the first Iron Man or something. It just I didn't think it was. It was all right, but and definitely not going to see the second one. And I don't even know what all is coming out beyond that. I don't. Like, I know there's some sort of Superman thing. I have no plans to see that.
Yeah. Legacy.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to what is it, Mike? The Batman 2 by Matt Reeves. Absolutely excited for that.
Yeah, that one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't really count that in the Gunn DC.
That's
why I kind of didn't even.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sin, but I mean in terms of like DC, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, they're still
too.
doing the Batman 2 with Matt Reeves, and then they're doing the sequel of Joker, which is kind of off-brand. Which, but
Joker.
But DC's with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I'm already very, very down on that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's gonna be a musical, isn't it?
I know.
They said that.
She's not a good actor, y'all. My gosh.
Oh wow.
I think she's terrible. I saw her in American Horror Story, and I was like, oh my gosh. Anyway,
I liked her in. I thought she was good in A Star Is Born.
In what, Norin? I couldn't hear you. You thought
I liked her in the show. I thought she deserved that Emmy. I liked her in the show a lot. That's my favorite season of American Horror Story.
Oh, I feel like the only reason she got it was because of who she was. Not, I just okay, yeah. I mean, I like that. I like that season. I just didn't think she did a good job. Anyway, so I'm not looking. I don't have good thoughts about the upcoming Joker and the musical. We were talking about musicals already. I just can't see this. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I think it said it was going to be musical elements, not a full musical.
Yeah.
So I think they'll make sense, you know.
Okay.
I
remain cynical.
I'm hyped for it.
Yeah, I'm at least excited for Batman 2 because I enjoyed the Matt Reeves film. I can't be too excited on the current DC plans though because it keeps fluctuating. I'm gonna see how Superman Legacy does. James Gunn has a good track record. I think he'll do a good job. Yeah. And if that's a good movie, then I'll be more excited on the future DC slate.
Yeah.
I think I heard a rumor the other day, just to add into this DC conversation about Wonder Woman 3. And I think I heard a rumor where it's going to be a reboot with Gal Gadot, but it's also going to acknowledge some of the past things as well.
Yeah.
Really?
So I'm kind of like, well, how can you do a reboot if you're going to acknowledge the past
Well, then why
events?
are they going to call it Wonder Woman 3 if it's going to be a reboot? I thought they were just going to like sort of complete like a trilogy with her and then move on instead of just dropping her. Like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it would be. I think it would be better if you just did a one-off with her than trying to put it in the new DCU, because I think that would confuse audiences. And then you know how toxic some of the fans of DC are. You know, they're upset that oh, Henry Cavill's not Superman anymore and Ben Affleck's not Batman anymore. Why is Gal getting another Wonder Woman movie if we can't have these other actors?
Well, it is kind of weird. It's strange to me because she was supposed to be dropped. That was like this announcement, and then Henry said I'm back, and then like what a few weeks later, no, I'm not, and then Gal makes this announcement she's done, and now she's back. It is confusing.
Yeah,
there he is. Some weird management issues over at Warner Brothers.
Right. Jason, what's your thoughts on all this?
What, on DC?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of what probably what Sen's saying. I don't know. I don't have faith yet. And though James Gunn, I was high on him after, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, Suicide Squad I liked. I wasn't a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, so I'm not real high on him right now. And and I know that was like a big movie, and I wasn't a fan. And I don't know. I'm just so afraid, like Sen said, politics they just keep hitting us with politics in these movies, and it's just ruining everything for me. I can't take all the politics.
Yeah, it's a turnoff for me too.
Yeah, I think it's needed if it's focusing on that for a movie perspective and a storyline perspective, and it makes sense why it's there. But just to force like a message in at times, I just don't think it's needed. Yeah. Sam?
Sorry, mate, was it with the DC?
Yeah, just James Gunn stuff, mate. Yeah, excited for that?
Yeah, definitely, mate. I think, like I say, I think he is a trusted, a director, and, I say he has been pretty consistent with what he's done, say, with the Guardians trilogy and the Suicide Squad. I've not seen his movies outside the superhero blockbusters, but yeah, I think it's kind of what it's needed, mate, because as I said, the DCEU, there's a lot of great potential there, but it's just been, as I said, unfortunately, it's just been very much bogged down with very weak character development and pretty average storytelling. So I think James Gunn could really, put that to his own vision and kind of the sort of give that treatment to all these great bundle of characters what they deserve, because he did a great job with obviously the characters in Suicide Squad and Guardians. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what James Gunn brings to the table, because obviously, yeah, I mean, the Marvel for a length of time were on a great streak of excellent film after excellent film. So there's no doubt that James Gunn can bring that to the DC universe for sure.
Yeah, very, very fair point, mate. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what comes next, to be honest. We have got a couple of comments to add into the conversation, but just very quickly off topic, we've got Cinematic 10Z in the house, so
Yes.
hey, man.
Hello.
Is anyone watching Last Voyage of the Demeter today? Well, Sin's
Yep.
going to be doing tonight.
Bought my ticket as soon as it went on sale.
Maybe Norin.
Norin, are you checking this one out?
I'm probably going to end up seeing Meg 2 over that, because my daughters are huge shark fans. So I have to take them to see that, because that's their thing. So probably this weekend we'll be taking them to see that.
Okay.
That's fair. Well, I hope it's good. I've not heard great things, but I hope it's a good time.
Did you see Elliot's review?
I'm not the biggest shark fan, but like my kids love it. They're like, my daughters are totally into Jaws and Deep Blue Sea and all that stuff.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Nice, man. Well, I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Jason, are you checking out The Last Voyage?
Oh God, no.
You don't like horror.
No, he doesn't like horror, so that's fair. Jacob?
I'm not watching it today. I'm not like in a huge rush to see it. The premise was kind of weird though, because it's like Dracula, but it's based on a loose chapter where it's just the voyage, which I think they were trying to hide in the marketing that it's Dracula, but it's so obvious that it's Dracula.
I didn't get the sense they were trying to hide it. I mean, if you know what the Demeter is, if you've read Dracula, you kind of know that it's about that voyage and he kills everybody, basically. So
yeah,
I have no idea.
Yeah,
it's just kind of a weird project to me, but
yeah, it is.
But I do plan on possibly, if I have time tomorrow, I might finally get to see Oppenheimer. I've been wanting to see that.
Oh, it's really good, mate.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan's one of my favorite directors, so it was one of my most hyped movies of the year.
Nice. Well, can't wait to hear your thoughts, Jacob, on Oppenheimer if you get to check it out. Sam, are you going to be watching The Last Voyage?
I don't really know anything about it, mate. I think I saw Jordan Movieworm talk about it on like his Twitter, I think. Because I know Jordan's a big horror fan, so there's no doubt he'll obviously be going to see it soon. But obviously, I won't be going to see it today because I'm off to bed soon. So obviously not today. But I'll have to obviously do a bit of research into this film, mate. And actually, because I think it was Norin that mentioned it, I'm actually off to see Jaws at Tyneside at the weekend on the big screen, so I'm very excited about that.
Nice. Well, that'll be a cool experience.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
I really want to rewatch Deep Blue Sea as well because I've not seen that in a long time.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like a shark weekend for Sam. By the sounds of it.
Yeah. Jaws is really good, but Deep Blue Sea is a trip.
Oh.
Ouija shark and cocaine shark and
oh my god,
the
Sharknado.
Oh, they're playing Shark. No, is it Sharknado? They're playing here. I like the 10th anniversary of it or something.
Yeah.
I toyed with the idea of going to see it, and then I talked myself out of it.
Saying they've restored it in 4K. Go check it out.
Has anyone seen the film Open Water?
No, not in total. Just like
because I think that's meant to be like another shark movie. I think.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen The Shallows?
No,
I have seen The Shallows. That one's pretty decent.
Yeah, also another one called 47 meters down or something like
Yeah,
that.
they did that one. I think they did 2 of those ones. I think there's 2.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the other one.
The
Probably
Shark
47
Tale.
meters down again.
I don't.
I think it was 47 meters down, like uncaged or something like that. I think so. I think that was the second one.
Okay.
I think I've seen the first one of those. And
yeah,
is the Shallows Blake Lively?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, he gets stuck on that little piece of like island and the water just rising and rising.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember enjoying that one.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. That was good.
Yeah. No, well, very interesting. I'm not too sure if we get this Last Voyage tomorrow or maybe the next week. I'm not too sure, but I'll check it out. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Nice.
We've got Kieran asking, is anyone watching Only Murders in the Building season 3?
Ooh.
I haven't even watched the other 2 seasons.
Same.
I've seen season 1. I need to catch up on season 2.
Okay, and what was season 1 like, Jason?
It was good. It's a kind of comedy and a murder mystery mixed together. And Steve Martin and Martin Short, really good. And there's some actually real good dramatic moments as well in it, and some twists in the story and all that. Yeah, it's a good show.
Well, Kieran from Film Reviews, Hendrill's adding here, said really enjoying it. Lightheartedness of the show. It's also added Meryl Streep and Paul Rudd as well.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. No, well, nice, man. Yes, I haven't seen it. I think it's only Jason on the panel that's seen it at the moment. So, yeah, I definitely want to check out.
Yeah.
Cinematic saying, I hope Joker 2 is not a musical. Very, very vocal on the not part. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I think the trailer is probably going to give you a vibe if that's going to be the case, really, Yeah. I don't think it will be because it'll turn a lot of people off, and the first one made so much money. So I don't think they would go full on musical.
Yeah. Right. I mean, played an important part in the first movie, I think.
What did?
In a way.
What was
Yeah,
that?
the music did. It wasn't a musical.
Every time, like, the Joker, whatever, I forget his name.
Arthur Curry, right? No, that's
Arthur Curry's Aquaman. Arthur Fleck, I think is his name.
Fleck, yeah. Arthur Fleck, yeah. Like, the best moments to me were, like, he would kind of go into this crazy mode, and they would start playing music, and he would do the dance to the music, and to me, that was, like, the best part of the movie. Or when he was dancing down the stairs, I think.
Oh, that part. And then
right.
after he killed the
That's
guys.
when Joaquin Phoenix just let loose and was like, yeah.
That was one of the best moments in the whole movie when he's coming down this. I love that scene so much.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can see music being a big part of the second one, just like that, probably.
And I wonder if it's going to be psychological, where like all the musical moments are all in his head.
Yes,
like in the first movie.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool. Yeah, like maybe if they're doing like, say, like, the electric shock therapy on him, and then after that, when people are talking to him, they're actually singing to him instead of talking to him.
I hope so. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how they work it. As I said, I don't think they're going to go full-fledged musical. They'll probably have musical elements like they did in the first movie, but maybe actually like, I wouldn't be surprised if Lady Gaga at one point maybe
she's going to break into song, of course.
She'll get one.
Of course she'll break out in the song, and she might win an Oscar if she's that good.
Right. I would have thought she'd be in like a bar or a club or something, and he goes and sees her perform, and he's infatuated with her,
Yeah.
Because it makes sense if she was singing that way. At least he gets an introduction of who she is and just doesn't know her randomly, So we'll see. We'll see.
And I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious if Joaquin Phoenix is going to like actually do his own singing, because he played Johnny Cash at one point and Walk the Line, and he did amazing
really
just by playing Johnny Cash and doing a really good impression of him. So I'm curious, is he going to do his own singing for this movie? And if so, I think it's going to be incredible if he could impersonate Johnny Cash.
Phoenix can do anything. He's Johnny Cash. He's Joker. He's Napoleon. I mean, he has such great range. That guy.
Yeah.
Right.
He does.
Have you seen that, Mike? Walk the Line.
Yeah, great movie.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
excellent. Love it.
Yeah, I have seen some movies.
All right.
I'm getting there, Sam.
Just warming up here, mate.
Oh, that's it. We've got my brother Joe in the house. So hey, Joe, you well?
Hello, mate.
He says,
Joe.
evening everyone. He says, if you could rewrite the ending to any movie, what movie would it be, and what would you change the ending to?
Oh,
That's a
okay.
good question.
That's
Good
a great
question,
question.
Norin, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I got one. Yeah. So if anybody hasn't seen it, I don't want to spoil it. I know Jason might have not seen this. It's 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh,
yep.
okay.
Don't
yeah.
I haven't finished
Great
it.
movie.
I've
You
seen
guys
it.
haven't seen
Do I
it?
need to take my earbuds out?
I haven't seen this. No.
Oh, so I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but there's a certain thing about the ending where they try to connect it to another film, and I wish they just did it. I just wish they didn't. It's kind of already in the name because like the title of the film and stuff, but it was like one of those films that's 90% a great film, and then literally the last 10 minutes just aggravated the crap out of me.
Yeah, I've heard people complain about the ending. I didn't know specifics, but I've certainly heard people with the same sentiment.
As someone who loves 10 Cloverfield Lane, I don't hate the ending, but it is the weakest part of an otherwise great movie.
Yeah, because the acting is so strong. Like, I mean, I was on the edge of my seat for like I said, like 90% of this movie, and then like it just starts going, and they start revealing things, and I was like, no, are you kidding me right now?
it would probably be a better remembered movie, and I don't like using the term perfect movie, but I think the ending would have been more impactful if it ends as soon as she exits the bunker and you don't know what is actually out there. I think would have been a much better way to end the film.
I don't know. I think that was my favorite part of the movie was the ending.
Oh, okay.
You seen it, Jason?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was kind of bored with the ending. It was like, wow, this is exciting.
Wow.
I mean, I don't have a problem with what they did at the ending. I was just like, I kind of wish it was more ambiguous.
Yeah, leave more to the imagination. I would have been totally more comfortable with that. Yeah.
No, but that's fair enough. As I say, I've not seen it, so I can't comment. But it's cool. Sin, how about yourself?
Well, there's probably several I could think of if I just, sat down and thought about it. But the one that came to my brain when I was reading this question was the ending of Smile.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys.
I've not seen Smile.
Okay, I won't get specific, but obviously to avoid spoilers. But I liked it all the way up until the end, and then a certain thing it showed you a certain thing, and I'm like, oh, okay, I know exactly how this is going to end. And it annoyed me that they did that because that movie was so strong up until that point. So if I could rewrite the ending, it would be to that one. And I won't say what I would rewrite because then that might get into spoiler territory.
I know exactly what you mean, though. I've seen it, so I know.
I went into detail about I think I went into detail in my review or explained a little bit more. I avoided, I think, major spoilers, but I indicated the issues I had.
Right.
So.
There, I get you. Yeah. Well, good pick, to be honest. I forgot about it until you mentioned it, so. Yeah. Jacob?
This is going to be a kind of a hot take, but I did not like the ending to No Country for Old Men.
Me either. I hated it.
So you guys, so you all have seen the movie.
That ruined the whole movie for me.
So I will go into spoilers on this one since you guys have seen it. I don't mind what they did in killing off Josh Brolin's character, and the idea of it, I get what they were trying to do, to show, I think, the horrors of evil in the world. And now it's hard to get rid of a monster like that. But my problem with it is it was off screen. They were building up a confrontation between Javier Bardem, Josh Brolin. I was excited to see a face-off between the two, and it happened off screen. And I thought it was such a cop-out. It was very anticlimactic. And even the whole thing with pretty much Javier just pretty much getting away with it. No repercussions of it. I think as a viewer, I thought it was very unsatisfying. Even though I respect what the Coen brothers tried to do with the themes of the story, it was very unsatisfying. And I think if I had changed it, whether if Brolin makes it or not, if I had to rewrite it, there needs to have been I wanted to see the face-off of these two characters.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a weird. Like at first, I didn't even know that that's who that was because it was just like what, when it showed Brolin, and it annoyed me that happened because I didn't want that to happen. But then it was just like all of a sudden here, like wait, what did I miss? So that was aggravating. And then when he went after the wife, I just thought that was stupid and I didn't like you said there were no repercussions. He just got away with it completely. Yeah. I didn't like that at all. So. Yeah.
Great pick, Jacob. Yeah, I think we all. Sam, do you agree? Because I know you said you loved the movie. Do you agree there?
Yeah, I love No Country for Old Men, mate. It is a fantastic film, but the ending completely bottles it, unfortunately. I just feel that it felt unsolved. However, I kind of guess it was adapted from the book by Cormac McCartney, and I need to read the book to sort of compare the two. But yeah, it's one of those frustrating things, Mike, because it's like The Sopranos. I absolutely love The Sopranos, but the ending just completely it was just such an unsatisfying way to sign off what is an incredible TV series.
Yeah, no, fair enough, mate. I'm glad. I think we're all in agreement with the ending for No Country Old Men. I think.
Oh, that's such a good
sounds of it.
Yeah, excellent pick.
Because what was frustrating is I loved 2/3 of that movie. Like I was so hooked on that film, and then the third act happened. I'm like, that ending sucks. It went from like a 5-star movie to like a 3-star.
I agree.
Movie.
Yeah,
I agree.
I heard that's what the book did, though.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. That's what I heard. So then I didn't want to read the book.
Yeah. No.
I was going to say, Mike, I think I would still give No Country for Old Men a 4-star out of 5. I still love the movie, but I kind of get where I think Jacob is coming from. The ending did kind of, it sort of took away what the film could have been enhanced stuff. Sorry, I'm sorry, mate, but it's like what they could have expanded on with obviously with what happened in the final act. So, but it's a fantastic movie nonetheless. And I was going to say, Mike, I have got an answer for this question, but I think Jason can go first if he wants.
Yeah. Well, I was going to add in Jason and come to see you, Sam, but yeah, just to quickly add here, Will says 10 Cloverfield Lane and could have been a bit better.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. So, Jason, how about yourself?
All right. Well, thinking about this, I think I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again because I still think about this. John Wick Chapter 4. I totally would change the ending to it.
I've not seen John Wick Chapter 4, but the internet spoiled me what happened, so I know what happens to John Wick, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'd say I did not like what they did at the end. It was not satisfying to me, to this character that I've loved over 3 movies, and then this 4th one was disappointing. But I think I said this before, but I say it again. Like, to me, my perfect ending would be John Wick. He clears all his debt, whatever that he owes the high table. He's cleared. He no longer has a hit on him, whatever. He's good. He's finally at peace, and he goes home with his dog, and he sits on the couch with his dog, and he looks over to his dog and says, "Let's go for a ride." And boom, end of the movie. That would have been the perfect ending. Because it went from that first movie to that one. I don't know. It would have been a great arc to the character.
Yeah.
See, I can't judge the ending of 4 because that's the one John Wick movie I've not seen. I liked your pitch on the ending. From what I've loosely heard on what was spoiled, I think for me it'll depend on how it was executed. But again, I don't really have any real thoughts on the ending of that film because I haven't seen it. But I like the other movies though.
I know Sin was disappointed like me, so
Sin's just biting the tongue over there. I can see.
Boy, I could just go on about that film.
Yeah. I know you weren't a fan of it, weren't you, Sin?
No, I was not. Absolutely not.
I can't lie, Sin. I absolutely loved that movie.
A lot of people did.
But but I know there was obviously a couple of people that didn't really connect with that film as much as they liked her. But I thought it was fantastic. But yeah, you never know, Sin. Maybe on a rewatch it might grow on you. Who knows?
It won't.
Sin's staying well clear from that rewatch.
Fair enough, Sin.
I'm glad you enjoyed it though, and I'm glad a lot of people really enjoyed it. It did pretty well. I was happy for Keanu, and I felt bad to criticize it because I really like Keanu, but it was just too much wrong with it for me.
Yeah,
whatever.
That's that, Sin.
She didn't want to see Keanu become Superman. But
Superman versus Daredevil. Swear.
Right. Sam, what would you say about the ending? And Jason, I do agree with you, by the way.
Thanks.
Oof, right. This is going to be a hot take, Mike. Now, yeah, you could say that. Now, this might be an unpopular opinion. I prefer the book of Clockwork Orange to the film, and as much as I really like the film, Mike, I wasn't a fan of how it ended. I much preferred the ending to the book, and it was a more satisfying way to wrap up, obviously, sort of Alex's story and all that. But yeah, I feel it was just a bit unfinished, especially considering the book is about 135 pages long and the film is 2 hours and 15 minutes. I feel maybe we could have done with another 10 minutes to wrap up, the story and obviously render on the latter part of the book onto the film. But it's still a fantastic movie, mate, but I much preferred how the book ended to the film did. And another one for me, Mike, in terms of TV series, I probably would have to go with Twin Peaks, because I'm very underwhelmed how Twin Peaks at this moment in time ended.
Okay. Well, very quickly, is everyone seen Clockwork Orange?
I have, yeah.
I have not.
Yeah.
But I don't care if it's spoiled. I don't care.
Okay.
I have not read the book, A Clockwork Orange, but I've seen the movie. I know the ending of the book because I looked it up, and when I did my Stanley Kubrick director project, I did a collab with Jacob Collins from his channel 3D Movie Cinema. If I'm not mistaken, I think he read the book and he told me about the book ending. And I think just on concept, I like the book ending better. I think is more satisfying than what we got in the movie. But I think the movie ending better fits Stanley Kubrick's Dark Vision.
Yeah,
I don't know if that ending would have worked in Stanley Kubrick's version. I think that's how I see it.
Okay. Sam, you'll have to message us the ending because I don't want to know for Sin's not seen the movie, so I don't.
I don't care.
I still don't want to ruin anything.
I tell you what, Sin, you could do what I did last year, read the book first and then watch the film afterwards and then compare the two, because I only watched the film for the first time last year after reading the book.
Well, I think what I'll do is I'll just go read the plot summary because I don't really care about watching the movie. I've seen portions of it.
It's a rough watch.
It's a rough movie.
It's a very rough watch. I respect the movie more than I like it because it is a hard watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an acquired taste, that film, isn't it, Mike?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, you got to be in a very specific kind of mood. Like I am in that mood sometimes where I just want to watch like a nihilistic, dark movies where like shit is just awful, and like I'm cool watching that. Sometimes I'm in that mood, but it's got to be like Devil's Rejects is another movie that's pretty much just like Clockwork Orange in the same vein, same kind of tempo, and all that.
And it got banned in the Clockwork Orange. Obviously, got banned in the UK for obviously nearly 20 years, I think.
It was a long time,
I think got an extra maybe at the beginning. Maybe I'm wrong.
What's that? Sorry, Jason.
I don't know.
I think it did get an X rating originally, but I think Kubrick petitioned the rating system on that, and it got eventually got down to an R rating. But it is a very heavy R-rated movie.
Yes,
with some of the violence, the sexual violence, and some of the plot elements of that movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, great choices. Definitely an interesting one. A couple of hot takes as well. I'm going to quickly throw mine out there. I would love to know what you guys think of this as well.
Yeah.
So, it's not a bad ending in the slightest. It's obviously an ending that kind of leaves it to your imagination to an extent, but I just wanted an answer. That's Inception.
I knew you were going to say that. I just had this feeling. I knew it.
I mean, I'm not gonna has everyone seen it before I say anything?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so spoilers if you're watching the stream and you've never seen Inception, come back in about 5 minutes. But when that dice rolls at the end, like at that point in the cinema, I was like sat like this in the cinema, like my eyes were fixed, and then it cut to the credits. I was like, Nolan, you what?
Yeah. And then I was that invested. And I just come into the movie, I pick up the dice and play a game of Monopoly. There we go.
That's why I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character. Yeah, he has the loaded dice, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character.
So yeah, that Inception for me. I just wanted to know what happened.
I would want to know. I would want to know what happened, but the way Nolan shot it, I could hear either argument on what actually happened. Is he still in the dream world or is he in reality? I can hear either argument and honestly see where both sides are coming from, and it satisfies, I think, both sides of whatever your stance on that. I'm in the camp that thinks he made it out. Because
it wobbled. It very the little top.
You see it wobble at the very end.
It did.
And then you want to see him back with his kids. That's like the whole point of his journey.
Yeah, exactly.
And I get why he didn't look, because it's like, oh, I don't care if I'm in the dream or not. At least the kids are there, and I'm happy about that. I think that's why Nolan left it ambiguous. But
it didn't matter.
It didn't really matter. But I honestly think he's in the real world. And Michael Caine, I read, had a response to that, and he's like, well, if I'm there, it's got to be real because I wasn't in the dream. I'm the guy who invented the dream.
Yeah.
So I think Michael Caine sums it up the best.
Yeah, that is true. Like his character just being there means a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, you see the kid's face and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you guys have clarified it, so thank you.
I can watch it comfortably now. Mike's like, I can watch it comfortably and be satisfied.
I'll whip out the Blu-ray Steelbook and I'll put it on.
He's gonna watch it right after the stream.
Yep.
I would if I wasn't at work tomorrow. But thank you for the question, though, Joe. Great question. Got a lot of us thinking. We've got Menagial in the house. So hey, Menagial.
No.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Mike. It's been a while. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good. I think everyone else is doing good as well.
Yeah, not bad.
I feel like I was way over there. Now I'm over on this side. I can't.
Yeah, everybody rotated a bit.
I had some internet issues earlier in the stream.
Except for Mike. Mike's the same spot, but we're all like, I'm like.
Well, I can move people around if you want to be moved back around. But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably not be on here in a second, and who knows with my internet. I've got Menagio saying, "What's everyone's thoughts on The Good Son? A psychological drama thriller, such a good film. Has anyone seen it?"
Is that the one with Macaulay Culkin?
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Is that Macaulay Culkin as a child psychopath or something?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I was
happening.
gonna,
I've seen it.
yeah, I was gonna just say, Mike. I think Nige just got that as subscriber mail the other day, and it was the first time I found out about that movie. But do you know what, mate? I really want to check that out. To be fair.
I mean, if it's Macaulay Culkin going psycho, I'm kind of interested. Yeah. I've not seen it. Sam, you've not seen it. Norin,
no.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got that cool like '90s vibes. It has, almost that play on almost like The Omen, but of course he's not like supernatural stuff. He's just kind of like crazy and stuff. But it has that vibe. And Macaulay Culkin puts off that creepiness, so it was really cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Scott,
I haven't seen The Good Son. The only thing I know of the film, I saw the Nostalgia Critic review of The Good Son years ago, back when his videos were really, really funny. And he had a really good take on the video where he was like pretending to be mute or whatever, and he has all these cards up because he's so in shock of the movie with Macaulay Culkin being bad. And I remembered that video being really funny.
Oh, nice. I've not seen that review, Jacob, but yeah, fair do, man. So that's three of us not seen it. Sin, have you seen this one?
I have seen it a long time ago, many years ago, not long after it came out. I enjoyed it. I only saw it the one time, so I don't know if I would feel differently about it if I rewatched it, but I do remember liking it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was effectively creepy and terrible, and I was ready for him to... Well, I'm not going to say anything else. He did a good job in the role. He did. And yes, like you were saying, Norin, it did remind me, too, of The Omen.
Oh, wow.
Oh, The Omen's a great movie.
I love that film. Yeah.
Yeah. Great movie.
Has it got... Sorry, Mike. I was just going to ask Norin, is it got Elijah Wood in it as well, I believe?
So,
right? I believe that. Yes, actor that's acting across from him. Yeah, I believe it's Elijah.
Who played the mother? Do you remember who played the mother? Because I
can't remember actually. That I can't remember. I've seen it twice.
Who she is. I'll look it up just to satisfy my curiosity.
But yeah, it's definitely one of those films that has a good, there's some movies that are key in the 90s. Like, I know 90s nostalgia isn't as strong as like 80s nostalgia, but there's some movies like when you from the 90s, like they really bring you home to that old school time back in the day.
I know. I just looked it up. The mom is Wendy Crewson. I know her also as the mother in the Santa Claus movies.
Okay. What else has she been in? I know I've seen her in other stuff. Okay.
Well, while you guys are having a quick look up, Jason, have you seen this movie?
Yeah, it's funny. When I see The Good Son, because I think I'm probably a similar age to Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood.
Air Force One. Okay.
Because I remember, I distinctly remember seeing that trailer when I was a kid in the early 90s, and it disturbed me quite a bit. I had nightmares after I saw that trailer. Because it was other kid doing horrible stuff to other people, and I knew Macaulay Culkin as Home Alone as that kid, and so man, when we talked about The Good Son, the trailer is playing in my head right now, and I'm disturbed at the moment. I can remember being disturbed and I've never seen the movie because of that.
Oh
wow. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I didn't even know about this movie before the question, so. Cool to hear Norin and Sin, you guys have seen it though. I have to check it out.
It's like something I repressed back in my memory, and then it just got pulled up when I saw that.
It scarred you that much.
It scarred me.
Trailer.
That trailer scarred me as a kid.
You're a big boy now. I think you can handle it now.
Yeah, I could probably handle it.
It's very tame. Like I would classify it as like introduction horror. Like if you were like introducing a new person to horror, like that would be like one of those kind of films. I'd be like, it's kind of in that camp.
Gotcha.
It's not super hardcore. And the mother was the chick who played in The Sixth Sense and also Air Force One as the wife.
Air Force One's good. I remember that one. Yeah, that's good.
Air Force One's
not
awesome.
The Sixth Sense. I'm sorry.
No, Tony Collette is the Sixth.
I know. I know exactly. I meant I was The Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
She was the wife.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, she did quite a bit of stuff then, to be honest.
Yeah,
she's like one of those people where you've seen her in things, you just might not always know her name.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I get you. We've got another question from Menagio, so thank you for the question. This one, I have seen this movie. Menagio says, what's everyone's thoughts on 1 Hour Photo? Anyone like that one? And Menagio.
Isn't Robin Williams in that one?
Yes.
I don't think I finished that one.
Yes.
Or if I did, I don't remember it.
That's another one I've not seen. I just know Robin Williams is in it, and apparently he's creepy in it.
He's a disturbed individuals, from what I heard.
Yeah.
Very disturbed.
Very unsettling.
I've seen Robin Williams in Christopher Nolan's Insomnia, and he can pull off villain roles surprisingly. So definitely have to check that one out.
He had a real dark period where he's playing these he went from going to do these more comedy roles to he did a lot of these dark movies, including 1 Hour Photo, Insomnia, Jacob's the Liar, Death to Smooch. I don't know. He was doing these really dark characters for a while. Of course, I don't know. He had some, problems mentally. I mean, not mentally, but, alcohol problems and stuff. I don't know. So it was interesting when you look at that period of Robin Williams' career.
So Jacob, you've not seen. Jason, did you say you've seen 1 Hour Photo?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay. I saw the movie again recently. I've seen it twice. I've seen it recently, but I'll come to me at the end. Sin, have you seen this one?
I've seen bits and pieces of it, and I don't remember if I saw the whole thing. If I did, it's just completely left my memory. So I don't know how to answer this. I've seen part of it at least.
Okay.
And he was creepy. Yeah, he was quite creepy in there.
Stalker, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very disturbing. That's what I will say.
But you feel sorry for him too. I mean, he was kind of a pathetic character as well.
Right, he's a loser.
Yeah, he's disturbing. You kind of feel sorry for him towards the end. That's all I'll say without spoilers.
Yeah.
That's touching very lightly on anything there. Exactly. So Norin, you were nodding along before you've seen this movie?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I think this is probably, if I was to rank Robin Williams' performances, I would probably put this in the top 10 guaranteed for sure. Because just to be such a different character and the way he executed it. And you could probably tell that Robin Williams was pulling a little bit from truth. Because like Jason said, he was going through things, in his mind. And I'm pretty sure to exercise that, he, relived that through this character in some way. And yeah, like Sin said, this is a character that by the time you get to the end, you understand he's a bad person, but you can sympathize with him to an extent.
Right. Yeah, I think it sums it up pretty well, man. And I think top 10 performance, I think that's a very fair comment as well. I probably agree with you. Sam, have you seen 1 Hour Photo?
I haven't, mate, but I really do want to check it out because I've heard really good things. And Robin Williams is one of my favourite actors. And yeah, I believe it's on Disney Plus, but I need to get my Disney Plus back, so I definitely want to check that one out. And yeah, and talking of Insomnia, I only found out there's actually an original Norwegian version of that. Mm-hmm. So I want to check out the original. Or is it Swedish? Beg your pardon.
Somewhere over there.
Yeah. So I kind of want to check out that original version first before checking out the Nolan version. But I've heard the Nolan version is incredible as well. So very excited to check out both versions of that movie.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Insomnia, the Nolan version, I think it's one of his more underrated films, and it definitely deserves more appreciation than what it currently has. Robin Williams and also Al Pacino's in it as well, and he's great.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you what, Mike, talking of Robin Williams, a couple of really good Robin Williams films that I consider underrated. Have you seen The Fisher King or Jack?
I've seen Jack.
I've seen Jack. I didn't like Jack.
Oh, fair enough, man.
Wow.
Have you seen what about the Fisher King, Jacob? Did you like that one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
That's a good one. I like The King. That's a good movie.
Yeah, that's real good. A Terry Gilliam movie, Mike, and it's got Jeff Bridges in it as well. I would recommend that one.
Cool.
Okay, I've never heard of The Fisher King.
Yeah, it's on the Criterion.
Robin Williams got nominated for Best Actor, I believe, for the role. He plays kind of a disturbed homeless guy, or
okay.
Mentally, he's got some problems, kind of. Yeah. Really good.
I'll tell you a good underrated Robin Williams movie. I got two for you. One's called Awakenings, which came out in the early '90s. Stars him and Robert De Niro. Fantastic drama film if you haven't seen it. The other one is a comedy. I don't think it's a great movie, but I actually did like it. Ivan Reitman directed it. It's called Father's Day, which stars him and
Billy
Crystal. And I thought it was pretty funny throughout.
Okay. So those two I've never heard of before. It's new to me. Nice. But yeah, great actor though, all around, fantastic.
Yeah,
terribly missed.
Yeah. It's coming up to 9 years, Mike, since we lost him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I normally don't have any emotional responses when celebrities die. One, because I don't know them that well, but Robin Williams definitely hit hard, especially the way he died too. It was kind of a shocker.
Same for me. I got
definitely
when he died.
Right.
I think the only ones I had a real emotional reaction to actor wise, Robin Williams, Carrie Fisher, and Chadwick Boseman were probably my big three.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean Chadwick Boseman was another one I just didn't expect, and it kind of just came from nowhere, really.
Yeah. He was only 42, wasn't he, Mike?
Yeah.
He's quite young.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, 1 hour photo. Yeah, great to hear your guys' thoughts. Well, definitely love this movie. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars when I watched it recently. Yeah, fantastic movie. I can't say too much more because a couple of people haven't seen it. So I don't want to say anything to ruin it. So I'm keeping hushed. We've got Henry Mockingbird saying, "Hey guys,
hello,
hey Henry,
hope you're doing well.
How you doing?"
He says, talking about a Robin Williams movie, underrated. He said, how about the movie Toy?
I've heard of it. I just haven't watched it.
Yeah, it's kind of a bomb movie, if I remember right.
Haven't seen it.
I think that came out in the 90s, I'd like to say.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's getting a phone call. Cinematic says, I haven't seen The Good Son, but I know the ending because someone told me it way back in the day. That's some people for you, Cinematic just likes to ruin things.
I know. It's sad.
I know. I think we might get one more comment before we have to kind of wrap up. But this is an interesting one. Menagel says, does anyone think Terminator 1 is a horror film?
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely. Yes.
Sci-fi
horror
it's
for
a
sure.
slasher
Absolutely.
film.
Yep.
It falls in the category of slasher.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely. And the second one is more action adventure, kind of like Jaws. Not Jaws. Alien, and then Alien.
Yeah.
That's because we're talking about sharks.
Yeah.
I would say.
Okay, I'm filling in for the Playtendo guy today.
Yeah, for Peter.
Arnold Schwarzenegger takes on a shark in Terminator 2.
No, what I meant is like the movie Alien and then Aliens. The first Alien movie was more horror. The second one was more action adventure-y.
Yeah.
Kind of like the 2 Terminator films.
Yeah. I would say that the Terminator 1 is a sci-fi movie first, but definitely a horror film second. But you can also argue it's a romance movie too.
True.
Yes. Yeah.
You could.
Can we get a Terminator movie where the Terminator's a shark now?
Yeah, that would revive the Terminator franchise.
Come with me if you
Terminator,
you're a shark.
Terminator Shark, voiced by Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, he's already played a shark already. He was the shark in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, he was.
No, that was.
Sylvester Stallone.
That was Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, that was Stallone.
Yeah.
That's right.
Stallone, yeah.
Oh, dang it!
That would have been a good one.
No, Stallone beat him to the punch.
Well, they had a rivalry for many years.
Oh, they did. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If they ever do Arnold could voice Jabberjaw. If they ever do bring back Jabberjaw from the cartoons Hanna-Barbera back in the day.
Schwarzenegger can play the Terminator Shark and bring the rivalry back.
Yes.
We don't want to see that.
Mike will review it too.
Yeah, he would.
There's that many bad movies I've got to catch up on, guys.
He spends all his time watching these terrible movies and misses out on these great ones.
Right.
It's like a thing.
Terminator Shark would still be better than 200 miles an hour, Mike.
I don't know, Jacob. Could be a toss-up there. Yeah, a couple of you guys have already been through the bad movie series. Jacob, Jason, and Norin since next season, and possibly Sam as well.
All right.
Oh God.
Greasy Stranger, is that the one that's out?
Greasy Strangler. The Greasy Strangler.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were talking about that last stream, I think.
Oh, yeah. Perez, I remember Perez reviewing that at one point and him describing. I'm like,
that looks like the worst movie. Oh my God.
What movie is this? Like,
I would not watch that.
What sicko comes up with these things?
Yeah.
Someone with too much time. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, sorry, Sam?
Sorry, Mike. Just what very quick question. So, did you not like that film then? The Greasy Strangler, was it? Yeah.
No.
To put it simply,
it wouldn't be on the terrible movie series if he liked it.
Right. The best terrible movie I've seen in this season of collabs is the Velocipasta. That was a fun movie.
Oh, okay.
I remember seeing the trailer for that.
That looks pretty fun. Yeah.
To the trailer for that one. Oh my gosh.
It's got.
We need to do that
fun trivia. If you've seen the movie, go on IMDb and read the trivia afterwards, and it's hilarious.
Okay.
But I don't want to say anything if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. We need to do that Spaghetti Man watch along, don't we, at some point, Mike?
But it's coming. It's coming. Don't worry. Yeah, well, a guy gets spaghetti powers after spaghetti blows up in the microwave. I'm excited to see it.
Me too, actually.
Well, firstly, I want to thank for this hour. I want to thank Sin, Sam, Jason, Jacob, and Norin for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
The guests. Yeah, you're welcome. The link to all these beautiful people is down below in the description box. So go check out Sin's Corner, Norin Radd89, Jacob Martin, Jason Old Millennial, and Sam on his Instagram because he doesn't do YouTube. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me and have a great night.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mike.
See you guys. See you later, guys.
See ya. Bye.
See ya.
Take care.
And we've got a couple of guests in the wings coming on for this hour. We've got Del Boy and Josh. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Del Boy, how's you?
All the better for seeing you and Josh. Hope you're all okay.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Doing good, sir. Yeah, and hope you're doing well. And how are you, Josh?
I'm good. I'm good. Busy day at work today, but I'm ready for a stream. I'm down. I'm ready.
Well, hey man. Well, appreciate you both firstly for taking the time out, and we'll get to that in a second. And we've also got Nige in the back room as well, hanging fire there.
Horrible end.
Mother truckers!
How you doing, Nige?
I'm not so bad, mate. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for joining.
Thank you very much for having me again. I'm surprised you haven't been banned.
It's probably in the pipeline somewhere. But yeah, well, first
You get arrested for not having it in the pipeline.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, firstly, I just want to say the link to Del Boy's YouTube channel, Josh and Nigel is down below in the description box, so definitely go check out these guys. The link to Scott and Andy's is down there as well, and they are due to join us as well tonight. So, but yeah, Nige, congrats on passing 500 subs recently as well. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it, I'll be honest.
Yeah, the bastard.
Yeah.
Not
I like what he normally calls me.
Not sour
Sami
grapes
G.
at all.
Well deserved, man. You always put in the hard work. You're always uploading quite a lot and interesting.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thanks,
Do
man.
appreciate that.
Yeah, and you've got a cult following there, Nige, as well. So
I've got a what following? Oh, cult. I thought you said something else.
You got a cult following on your YouTube.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
I kept changing my subheading because I put Niger's roadie.
I didn't spot that.
I put Rockgod's arse wiper when he's 70.
Hey, either of them will do.
I just put in the end. I just put no one can hear you scream. You know what I mean? Doesn't really matter.
He went for the boring option.
Yeah.
Instead, when he could have been my bitch.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
I got a new subscriber, you know. I have no idea what it is. I have no idea where they've come from, and I'll shut up while you all interrupt me, even though I'm the important one here.
Oh God!
Oh,
I was just saying hello to our other guest, Andy.
Hi everyone.
Fuck him, he's late.
He's late by 1 minute. It's all good.
I was here. So what I was going to say, I got this subscriber, and all he said was something. I can't remember the exact words, but it was, "You're so genuine, you've earned my subscription," something like that. I was like, "What a nice thing to say."
mm-hmm.
You can now entertain the latecomer.
Well, he's done a banner.
He's disappeared now. Like, after all
I
that.
think I've got a quick wank.
So tomorrow it'll be 499, and it was, "See you, mate. You weren't as worthy as I thought."
He doth go bust one off, for his sack be fulleth. Which is Shakespearean for he's gone for a wank.
Oh, he's gone for one now.
Now the host's gone for one.
Yeah.
Mate, the StreamYard tonight
Funny.
has cut me out twice already, to be honest. So I don't know what's going on.
It can't.
But
his high res camera can't keep his greatness in. That's what it is.
I know Scott's
no, it's just my internet's crap.
Yeah, Scott's Wi-Fi is gone, I think.
Scott's messages. He said he tried to message you saying his Wi-Fi is terrible. He doesn't think he can make it.
Oh, fair enough.
I think if the internet's gone down, it might not be back on till tomorrow or something. There's something dodgy about it.
Yeah, fair enough. To be fair, my phone's on silent, like on Do Not Disturb, so I don't get any notifications. But well, Scott, if you're watching, mate, we're all thinking of you, and I hope everything's all right. Before we go into the comments, firstly, again, I just want to say, well, the link to Delboy, Josh's, Nigel, and Andy's down below as well. So please go subscribe to these guys. We do have two questions I wrote down for the stream because Marvel fan. So hey, Marvel fan, I don't think he can tune in, but he wanted to ask you guys some specific questions. So I wrote them down. The first one he asked was, "What is your favorite Pixar movie?"
Oh,
He said his was Toy Story, the original one, and I agree with that. That's mine as well. Delboy?
I think it's going to be a toss-up between Up, which I really liked, and that I can't remember what it's called. It's that one with the little robot, and he's on a scrapyard thing. Wally. So it's either Up with because I like daft things like the dog talking, you know, that sort of thing, right? Or right. Wally because it's yeah, all right. In a minute, bitch slap you in a minute. Right now, yeah. So Wally and Up.
I'd do it back with me massive schlong.
I'll let you go along now to Josh and the rest, but those are my two. It's one of those two.
Yeah, awesome pick, Delboy. Awesome pick. I know recently in the movie Elemental, Pixar's latest one, it did like a Carl's Date, like an Up short as well. You might be able to find it on YouTube somewhere, to be fair.
Yeah.
Josh, what's your favorite Pixar movie?
Controversial, but it's Inside Out. I'm I just have a lot of memories of Inside Out. Either that or it's Finding Nemo because it came out the year I was born. So I remember growing up with that one. So yeah, it's either that one or Inside Out. But I'm leaning more towards Inside Out than any of the other ones. But I love them all really, apart from Cars 2 and Elemental, which are just like they're just bad.
For years and years, I said it was the Pixar. It was the Pixar shorts, with the lamp. I mean, they blew me away. But it's just if you're asking movies, I used to love Toy Story, and then I moved on and so forth. And then it ended up being it's that middle section, Up and Wally. You know what I mean? It's just it just stayed there.
One of the best shorts is in front of Inside Out as well, which is Piper. It's a little seagull. That was so sweet.
That's an awesome one. And they're making an Inside Out 2, right? Am I mistaken on that one?
Yeah, that makes me depressed. I don't want to see that. Don't ruin the first one, please. God damn it. But
yeah, I really like that movie.
I'm down. I'll try it. See how it is. It's from a first-time directors, so.
What?
I'm worried.
Mrs. Rockgod tuning in. What's Mrs. Rockgod's favorite Pixar movie, Nige?
What's your favorite Pixar film?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Disney ones. I'm not a modern one.
I'll just try this rice. Excuse me.
Pixar, probably Toy Story.
Texas Chainsaw Toy Story.
Toy Story
Doesn't even taste like coconut.
Toy Story Massacre, yeah.
Nige, a new segment for your channel there. Nige tries.
Nige tries foods.
Oh, you've already started that with your double chocolate pie. I saw you greedy bastard.
It's going to be like,
you know what? They are gorgeous.
They're actually not bad, to be fair. The chocolate inside's beautiful. But Nige,
I thought the out was as well.
Okay. What's your favorite Pixar movie, Nige?
It's either Toy Story or Finding Nemo, because I really did enjoy both of them.
Cool.
Yeah, great picks, mate. Great movies. Andy?
For me, it's Toy Story 2.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to see it at the cinema when it came out, and I've never seen a Pixar movie since that bettered it for me. I was just blown away by it. It just did everything I wanted it to in terms of a sequel. It could have rehashed the first movie, which it didn't do. And it just advanced the characters and going into Woody's backstory and all of that, because he didn't even know about his backstory. And that scene where he's getting restored, it's so satisfying.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It is. Yeah.
It's such a good film. I just love it. It's great.
Got a bunch of the 4K ones. Pixar 4Ks.
Oh, nice. So nice
like
slip covers as well there.
Yeah,
I thought Disney weren't releasing them anymore, like physically.
Well, they're money-hungry people, aren't they? So they're going to.
Well, they make their mind up.
They know their IPs. They know what sells.
Yeah.
Right. Andy, if I'm not mistaken, Toy Story 2, I think originally we were just going to put it straight to DVD, right?
Yeah, it was literally straight to video. Wasn't going to get a cinema release. But thank God it did, because it's amazing.
They made the right choice.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, great pick, mate. Great pick from everyone as well. And the second question that Marvel fans got, might have to Google this one personally. He says, what is your favorite movie from 2013 and 2014?
Wow, that's specific.
Okay.
I'm going to check my
right.
box.
And I haven't got a clue what movies came out that year, so I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
So if anyone's got one top of the head, go for it, but I'll have to look
it up. 13, I'd probably have to say The Wolf of Wall Street, and 14, I'd have to say Birdman.
Yeah, Birdman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What year was Texas Chainsaw 3D out?
2012.
I'm not sure.
Well, that's that
I'm
one.
Not sure, Nige. I was going to say, I think
that was
just
2012.
2012. 2012.
Yeah.
I thought it was around that point, maybe 2011. I'm not sure.
I think somebody's got to throw a few horror ones out at me, so I know. Conjuring?
Conjuring was, yeah. Conjuring was, yeah.
Was that 2013?
Yeah.
Was the Evil Dead remake?
Absolutely that then for me.
Evil Dead remake was that year, Andy?
Evil
Yes.
Dead remake was 2013.
That's my favourite one. Yeah.
I'll still say The Conjuring.
Okay.
What came out in 2014? Please say The Conjuring 2. Because I love that. I love that as well.
I think that was 2016. That one.
I actually like The Conjuring 2 better than the original.
It Follows, was that 2014?
Yeah.
I turned that off.
Oh, did you?
I just thought it was.
I like it.
Well, I just didn't know what the hell was going on. I thought, hey, fuck yeah, off. That was stupid.
Fast and Furious 6 came out in 2013. Now.
Oh, it's definitely that one. Any Alien or Marvel ones? I'm joking, so don't start listing them.
Delboy, do you have any favourites from those 2 years?
Yeah, I had to quickly look. So 2013, I do remember seeing Old Boy, the original.
Oh, thank God you didn't say the remake. Jesus, if you did.
No, the original. So I'm probably going to say that 2014. It's probably The Birdman.
I haven't seen that one, but I've heard great things. So
those were two shockers for me because they were sort of like in the background. They weren't really heavily in my eyesight, you know, compared to other films like Interstellar that were in your face. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to go with those films because I do remember being surprised by both.
No, hey, fair enough, man. Especially when you get a movie that surprises you, you can't beat it, really.
Yeah,
definitely. I would say 2014 for me, Whiplash, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Whiplash is
great movie.
Immense.
Josh, you got any favourites from those 2 years?
So 2013 is probably either Blues of Warmest Color or Short Term 12. Those two are like two of the best. And then 2014, you got like Interstellar, Whiplash, and Gone Girl, I'd say, probably.
You're all a bunch of fucking weirdos, you. That Gone Girl is just...
I love Gone Girl. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Gone Girl. Men. You're all warped.
I am warped, Nige. I'm not normal, am I? Clearly.
Ex Machina came out in 2014, and that was a great one.
What normal film come out in 14? Give us a few.
Lego Movie, Nige?
I said normal, not fucking stupid.
Nightcrawler's amazing. In 2014.
X-Men.
Nightcrawler's great.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Nige?
No, at all.
Winter Soldier. That's fucking great movie.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah.
The remake of RoboCop. You might have seen that one, Nige.
Oh Jesus!
I've only ever seen the original. I've never seen any sequels or anything. I love the original.
Don't watch that one. Don't watch the remake. It's dog shit.
I must have seen a 2014 film, surely.
Probably have. Nigel would have.
Say the American Sniper.
Well, Nigel, 2014, the first John Wick movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have that definitely. Then there you go.
There you go. There's a movie.
Conjuring and John Wick. That's not two bad films at all.
I actually quite like St. Vincent because I like Bill
I
Murray,
did.
and that was an interesting film.
St. Vincent, I've heard of that.
Yeah, that's Bill Murray. I've got the Blu-ray in like pound and it's still sealed.
He lives next door to these two people that move in, isn't it? A mother and their kiddie, and he has to sort of babysit them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember seeing St. Vincent advertised. I never saw it though.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Okay. Well, firstly, Marvel fan, thank you for those two questions. I think you did have another one, but I've forgotten it, to be fair. So thank you for the questions, though. Norin Radd says, question for you beautiful folks. He says, what is the most influential horror film to you?
Oh.
Influential.
You know me in horror, though.
Josh, anything
about times Josh's time to fucking groan and me to smile.
No. I'm going to figure this out. Hold up.
Influential horror film.
Good
I've
question.
seen. Apparently,
I'm going to have a crap answer, so I'll give it out first because Nigel's going to have a belter. But you see, the first horror films I saw were the Hammer horror films and the classic Marvel monster. Not Marvel, the Universal monster films. But my horror intake turned totally around with The Exorcist. That's when things became stark and like the images were like, wow. That's not like what Hammer used to do, you know, with the blood coming down the lips and all of this sort of stuff and the stairs. This was like a total changer. So I'm going to come out with a crappy answer of The Exorcist because that really was a changer for me anyway.
No, I actually debated giving that answer myself. It's a really good answer, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Great movie.
I didn't think anybody else was going to say it, to be honest.
Yeah, well, fantastic movie. Have you got the 4K pre-ordered, Del Boy?
I'm very much like Nige. I've ordered 2 editions of it. One from Amazon, one from Zavvi.
Right.
One's the more expensive of the 2. And when it gets close to it and they're saying it's about to be released, I'll make the change and say I'm only having I'll have the expensive one or the other one. I don't know yet. As long as they're pre-ordered and they're in the background pre-ordered, I don't care.
Nah, I'm definitely having both.
Yeah, and it'll probably end up that way with me, you see, because it'll be like, yeah, they're different covers.
I've also ordered the Steelbook of HMV with that lovely blue artwork of Regan as well.
That's the one I've pre-ordered. Nice artworks. Nice.
But the Steelbook is a no-brainer because that's what I collect. So, I mean, I've got that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
the Steelbook in the actual sets, though, is different to that blue artwork one. I think, if I remember rightly, it's the poster art, isn't it, with the priests outside the house?
Yeah, it's the black and standard. They haven't said whether it's spot gloss or any of that matte. They haven't said any of that, so I don't know.
Don't know why, but I got the impression it was just matte.
Yeah, I got a feeling it'll be like Elephant Man. You know, that's a lovely matte Steelbook.
The blue one might be spot gloss.
Possibly.
Oh, Elephant Man! I forgot about that one. I haven't seen it yet, but
that's on its way soon, Nige. The Steelbook. I have.
I totally forgot all about it until you mentioned it there.
You've got something else coming Saturday, actually, which I was going to tell you at the end. But anyway,
all right then, yeah. Oh God, I love these surprises.
He just expects it now. He didn't go. Ooh!
I never expect anything. That can honestly stand on that. I never expect.
Now, did you see him change that? That's what I was expecting. Because of course he doesn't. But of course, when you say it, it's like, oh.
I should have said, you're damn right I do. I want more, bitch.
Yeah,
but that would have sounded really awful. You get somebody you believe me? Oh, you like that, are you greedy fat bastard? Oh, well, Nigel's lost 10 subscribers during this stream.
498.
Nice, to be fair, the Royal Mail, you've probably got like a stack of mail just waiting there for you, and the postman's like, I'll just take one today for him.
I'll be honest, usually people tell me when they're going to send me something, except him. It just comes out of the blue. Like,
yeah. I'm just going to show Nige something now. Look, there's the laser disc of Breakdown.
Oh, look at that bad boy.
There's the laser disc of it.
Wow.
Just to show you that I did actually watch.
That's even impressed Andy, that has.
Now that's what I'm turning around and saying is when I say I watched the Laserdisc version of this the other day, I watched the Laserdisc version of that the other day.
He's actually got a player that still works. I'm so jealous.
I wonder what your thoughts are on this one. Hang on. I haven't seen this one in ages. Today. Hang on. The Replacement Killers. Chow Yun Fat.
I've never ever seen
that one.
No,
I haven't seen that one in a long time, and I'm quite looking forward to seeing that.
The artwork on those laserdiscs is beautiful. Those like you've got the cinema artwork on basically like a 12-inch record sleeve.
Because I think everybody's seen Snake Eyes.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah.
No.
And see, I'm looking through my old collection, like Broken Arrow. These were sort of like to a penny when Laserdiscs were coming out. Everybody was buying things like Black Rain and Broken Arrow and all of that. That's that John Travolta and Christian Slater one. There was my gatefold of of Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Oh, that'll be very
when Die Hard was worth watching.
I've never even seen. I've never seen any of these ones.
One of the early Laserdiscs I bought was Outbreak. Believe it or not.
These are all American. They've got to be because there's no dirty gripping certificates on them.
Oh yeah, you know that because they were from Laserdisc Enterprise, and of course Schindler's List. Which is a lovely, lovely gatefolded Laserdisc. There's just a couple that I'm going to be watching over the weekend.
First Laserdisc I ever bought was The Shining, the US release.
Ooh. And you know what? Gorgeous. My first one was The Shining.
No.
My first Laserdisc was The Shining.
The double Warner Brothers, but it wasn't a gatefold.
Yeah. See, you had 2 discs, just pushed into the...
Well, slap a mat there and call me Rupert.
Hi, Rupert.
I don't accept Rupert without the slap of the thigh. Get your hand down there, bad boy.
And I'm so glad. The only reason I did that was I'm so glad I got Breakdown to Nigel because I purposely wanted him to watch that because I got the Laserdisc out. It was ready for me to watch, and I went. Everybody's talking about it. Yeah, I've had it for years. Right, I'll get Nigel to that.
I'm so excited to watch it. I think I might watch this, with Laura because I still haven't found the remote.
She'll love it. She'll enjoy that because she'll see the lady element in it. What happens to the so definitely something for everybody to enjoy in that one.
Excellent stuff. Can't wait to watch it.
Back to the question. Sorry.
That's all good. Andy, what would you say is the most influential horror film to you?
There's 2 that come to mind. One's probably Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And the other one, even though it's not my favorite type of horror movie, but I think it was kind of like the first, well, at least one of the first slasher films, probably Black Christmas.
Oh.
Great
Wouldn't have thought of that one. Yeah.
No, nice pick, mate. Yeah. Love the original Black Christmas. So great pick.
Yeah.
Josh?
There's a few that comes to mind. We're Going to the World's Fair is one of them. That one's probably the most influential, but you've also got like The Witch, which kind of started the whole elevated horror genre as a whole. Men, believe it or not. I know Nigel's favourite film, Men.
That's not a horror film, boys and girls. It's just a fucking joke. It's about as scary as a lamb chop. And the ending will just leave you with so many what the fucks you'll lose count.
Oh, I just love that film. I don't know why.
You and Nigel on the watch party, Josh.
Oh.
When I get my ass in the gear, he's getting mad because I don't want the fucking thing.
I'd easily take it, yeah.
Yes, so I've heard.
Wow.
I'd say Climax is pretty influential as well because the way that it frames its subjects, I thought that was really influential. But yeah, there's a bunch of influential films in the horror genre, believe it or not. Even though I'm not a horror nut, apparently I've watched nearly 200 horror films, believe it or not. Which,
wow.
Somehow. But yeah.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Yeah, I've seen Men and I've seen The Witch as well, of those 2.
Did you like Men?
The first 2 acts, yes.
Oh, question.
Everybody hates the third act.
I can't imagine why.
The third act's really good.
I don't know. I just felt like the first 2 acts was good suspense, and the third act just went off the rails.
It totally ruined the rest of the film for me.
Yeah,
it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for quite a few things.
Oh,
he hated it so much he left.
What a bell end!
What a bell end! All you went in house, Slayer. I said it's a metaphor for shit.
He would have used the cover as toilet paper, but it was too glossy, so he decided not to.
Do you know, I wouldn't have been that evil to my poo. It was a perfect poo. Perfect poo. Perfect poo.
Never gonna live that down.
Well, Nige, what's your most influential horror movie?
This is a tricky one because when you think of one, you think of another one that influenced that.
Yeah.
Because I was originally going to say Halloween because that kind of like made the whole slasher thing explode in the 80s. But Black Christmas influenced that. And then when I think back again, not many people think of it as a slasher, but it is. The original Psycho, which was 1960.
Now that's the one that I guessed Nige was going to say was Psycho.
Yeah.
But to me,
So
that was my guess.
That would be the one because I do think that even if he doesn't really realise it, or when he was here, God bless him, Bob Clark probably took sort of some influence from Psycho. So I think for the slasher film, I would say Psycho. But for the monster side of horror, I'm going to say this: the original Dracula with Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
Because although Universal did all the black and white ones, this was when colour and blood started to. So I think this was the start of it, and it got like a bit more worse. But obviously, this was long before the slashers.
It was just the shower scene and the slasher element that meant I went, oh, Nigel's going to say Psycho for definite, because Psycho is more a psychological horror. It's not horror. But the slasher element of it was influential, and that's where you were talking about influence. So I went, Nigel's going to say Psycho now. He's going to say it now, Psycho. And then he went Black Christmas. I went, bastard.
No, that's what I'm saying. My first thought was Halloween, and I thought, no, Black Christmas influenced that. And I thought, no, but Psycho was long before that. It's weird, though. That were them three films that you get, like Janet Leigh in the original, then her daughter's in the third one. Halloween, that's it. But, yeah. It's a really good question. It makes you think.
Yeah. Because it's the word influential. That's the bit that you have to go, right, what influenced, what was the most influential for me at that time,
Right. Right. I mean,
I think if you want influence for out and out gore fest, I think it's got to be Blood Feast.
Yeah,
because although it was really cheaply made, nobody had seen anything like that. That was the original bath bag fin in the cinema thing.
I mean, I remember when I first saw Bad Taste, and I was going, bloody hell. When it comes to gore, because it's like blood everywhere and eating brains with a spoon, and I'm going, what the fuck is my watching?
I thought that film was an absolute pile of shit.
Yeah, but it was just one of those films where you just go, this is out and out just to show, like jelly everywhere.
I was like, you think you're being gory, but it's just a shit film. And that fella with that ball of vomit, I got a chunky bit or something. And I was like,
so it was sort of mental, like Meet the Feebles was when I next saw another film by Peter Jackson. I was going, what, Muppets with cocaine and all sorts of shit going on. You know what I mean? I was going, what the hell am I watching?
What sort of shit?
Well, it is. It was ridiculous. It was pigs fucking around with frogs and all sorts of shit that was going on.
What?
Yeah, because it's Muppets on speed.
I kind of want to see that.
What do they call this?
Meet the Feebles.
Right, I'll avoid that fucker.
Yeah.
Sami and Age.
Was that Peter Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking weirdo.
Well, Jason saying I would say Psycho's most influential horror movie or horror genre for me. And Gary Northson now Gary says A Bay of Blood.
Ooh.
As well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Back to this one. Yeah. Great answers. I think for me, very quickly, I think I would be the original It with Tim Curry. I think it's because it's the first horror movie I ever saw, and it scared me shitless as a kid, to be honest. I always remember it. But yeah, great question, though. Great question, Norin.
It also crossed my mind because I knew people in their early 30s would be the first one they think of, because I met the amount of kids, my daughter being one of them, My eldest daughter, she watched it, and like the amount of kids from her age when they were kids used to go on about this film, and still do to this day. I would terrified them. So I think for that age group, definitely for them, yeah.
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 You put it perfectly, Nigel. I'm in that age group, so yeah. Yeah, first one I was ever shown anyway, and just scared me shitless, that movie.
He did such a good job, did Tim Curry, mind?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, great guy. We've got Menagio saying, what's everyone's thoughts on Norbit and Little Man? I think they're most hilarious comedy films I've ever seen. Now today I still laugh at those films.
I got the DVD of Little Man and I regret it.
I thought it was your favourite comedy movie, Josh.
Oh, it fucking ain't, no.
Andy, what's your thoughts on Little Man and Norbit?
I've never heard of Little Man.
Little Man is
the Wayans brothers, right? And it's like one of them's like they're like the like their heads on like a baby's body or something, right?
Yeah,
that rings a bell.
Oh, Christ.
I don't like the sound of that. That's warped.
I know, but I've seen the cover artwork, but I've never seen the film. Eddie Murphy in it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I haven't seen either of them.
That's Little Man.
Oh, fuck me, Jesus.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Oh, no, thanks.
Tracy Morgan's in it. He plays this, like, dealer guy.
Put a knife in the little boy's hand and Nigel's probably going to go, yeah, I might give that a watch.
Yeah, how did that go? See if it's as good as Bad Taste.
That little bastard stab his dad and I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awful. It's so bad, but it has its moments where it's just so ridiculous that you can't help but laugh at it rather than with it. You know, it's awful.
I think it's one of their big comedy movies they did after White Chicks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was the one they did after White Chicks, like 2 years later, I think.
Yeah, and that was shit.
Oh,
I like White Chicks. That's quite funny.
I like White Chicks, yeah.
Oh, you can't because that's white faith. And you've offended me.
Yeah, Twitter has a field day with that every week. Like, they do not like that film at all, Twitter.
Well, Josh doesn't like the movie. Del Boy, have you seen both of these?
Never seen Little Man, and I'm not a big fan of any of that Eddie Murphy period of the Nutty Professor, Norbit, and all of that sort of stuff. His earlier stuff is, for me, what an Eddie Murphy film is. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I've got nothing against things like the Nutty Professor, but it's just I watched the Jerry Lewis one, and I went, "That's my Nutty Professor."
It's just come out in 4K, isn't it?
Yes, has. Yeah. Immense job as well, because it's of that time. It's of that time where colours stand out, and HDR to me is all about what colour palette they're using. So I mean, it really stands out. But just to go back, the reason for Norbit is because it's that whole period where he's a parent, or he talks to animals, or he's dressed up in fat gear, and I'm just going, nah. I'm with Nige in the fact that he did a film with Steve Martin. And that was sort of like a good film of that period. And it's like, why are you going out with all this other crap? Because I've gone off you so bad now. Yeah, it's basically that.
Right. And I mean, a couple of years ago, he did that Coming to America, which was
so he did that specifically for Netflix or something, didn't he? Or something, for its anniversary.
Prime.
Absolutely.
Prime, that was it. Yeah.
Oh, hold the phone. We've got the legend himself in the house there. He
Hey, you little fuck.
Shite, he's in.
They fixed it. Yes, indeed, the internet has been absolutely
Well, hey, Scott, how you doing, mate? Thank you for joining.
No worries, Mike. Good to be on. I'm glad to be here.
It's good to have you, mate. Well, the link to Scott's channel is also down below. We did plug it before, Scott, but I'm glad you could join me. Great to have you.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Really appreciate that. Great to be here.
Yeah, you're welcome. So Scott will dive in with you. Just gone over to Del Boy. He wasn't really a fan of this kind of period of Eddie Murphy. Do you like Norbert or Little Man?
I haven't seen either of them, to be honest. They never really appealed to me, to be fair.
Fair
Not
enough,
missing
mate.
anything.
And Nige, have you seen these movies?
I haven't seen Little Man, but I went to the cinema to see Norbit, and I absolutely loved it. I bought the DVD. It's one of them as well where he plays a few parts, but Jesus, it is so funny.
Fair enough.
Oh God, who's the lass in that? Is like romantic interest? I can't remember her name.
Twandy Newton, is it?
Twandy.
Yeah, that's what she changed her name to. Yeah, it's not Twandy. It's Twandy. Yeah, it's Twandy now.
What did it used to be?
Andy, I think, or something.
I don't know then. Well, it. It's funny though. I think it is.
I've seen it before, Nigel, and I've enjoyed it, but I haven't seen it for many years though. But I remember enjoying it.
Rasputia. Good God.
Rasputia Lattimore.
I love you, Rasputia. You don't.
And she comes down the water slide. I remember absolutely crying in the cinema watching this.
Oh, she could just fucking yeet. She goes miles.
Hey, man.
Isn't it amazing how comedy is like music? It's like you either really, really get it or you don't.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, because to me that turns me off, but for Nige that one works, and I'm going, why? What? Is it fat makeup? No. But if you look past that, I dare say the screenplay is immense. But it's just I can't.
I'm like that with Monty Python. I think I totally missed the point because I think Monty Python's absolute garbage.
And yet
I never liked it. Hate it.
The cracks are appearing.
Monty Python's acquired taste.
Yeah, definitely.
What?
The acquired taste for sure.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah.
Holy Grail is great. I like Holy Grail.
Yeah, it did great on me when I seen it. Fucking shite. It's just not funny.
Shite.
It is. It's shite.
I've never seen them, Nigel. I can't comment.
Oh, you lucky bastard. Don't bother.
I do want to check them out, like, but I've just not got to them. But
you'll regret
it. I think, like Scott said, though, you'll either like it or you'll hate it. Like, you know,
it's like David Lynch trying to do comedy. They're just fucking weird.
Oh,
wow. Okay, that's a comparison. Well, here's an interesting question. This one's not for me. This is for you guys. Jason says, "If you could make Mike watch one movie with you, what would it be?"
Oh.
Well,
an A24 film just to see you squirm.
Well, which one, Josh?
The worst one.
Men.
No, fuck off, not Men.
I've already seen it.
So, probably The Whale. Some movies dog shit. I'll make you sit through.
Not seen The Whale.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah,
so bad.
I heard mixed things. Okay, The Whale. Okay, Del Boy, how about yourself?
Well, because I know less about you, because I've only been on a couple of times and I've been watching, you know, it's a very difficult one, but I'm going to go with a film that's a favorite of mine that I've started to talk about and hope that people will watch at some point, because I find it a really enjoyable old style type film, and that'd be The Edge with Anthony Hopkins. I'd like you to come along and see The Edge with me. Okay. And see how that type of film was made, and show you like the real terror of a grizzly bear coming after you, you know, while you're trying to find a way to get back home with, you know, and everybody around you is just not knowing whether you're a friend or an enemy, you know, because you've got a person that's with you in that film that's basically having an affair with your wife. And, you know, wow. At any point you could say, I'm going to feed you to the bear. I know more about how to get out of this situation than you, so I'm going to lay a trap and you're going to be dead. I think you'd like that film. and
I'm
I'll
intrigued.
choose that one.
Of
course, it's got one of my favorite Jerry Goldsmith scores as well. So I mean, what's not to like? But yeah, The Edge is a great film, and I'd love it on Blu-ray or 4K if I could ever find it.
That sounds awesome. I love Anthony Hopkins as well. So I'm
it's Alec Baldwin. It's Alec Baldwin basically, and Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of this one.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Oh, it's an amazing film.
Have you seen that one, Scott?
I haven't, no, but it does sound really good. I like the sound of that.
Andy, have you seen that one?
Yeah, I watched it for the first time a couple of months ago. Enjoyed it. Yeah, it was pretty good. Alec Baldwin as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, well, cool pick, Delboy. Scott, how about yourself?
I'm not too sure, to be fair.
I can come back to you, mate. It's all good.
Yeah.
Nige?
I'd want to be evil. Just to watch your face. And you weren't allowed to turn away. It would either be Cannibal Holocaust.
Okay.
Or if I felt a bit lenient, I'd watch a documentary film with you called The Killing of America. It's brutal.
I've never heard of that one.
It's brutal. It's got real footage of people being shot by the police, whether it be newsreels or whatever. It's really interesting. It's pretty startling when you see it, but it's more palatable than Cannibal Holocaust. There's no animal deaths in it. It's like all true crime stuff.
Oh, okay. That sounds awesome. That one.
Have you ever seen a photograph in, I don't know whether it's Vietnam or somewhere like that? And the guy who took this photograph, apparently he's made quite a bit of money off it. And it's like this Vietnamese sergeant with a gun to a bloke's head. Right at the side, the bloke's like that with his eyes closed. You think, that's awful. And they always said this is the only footage that exists. This one photograph before this guy was executed. Bullshit. The entire execution is in that film in colour.
Ooh.
It shows you him blowing his brains out. And the jet of blood is wow. But you find out that this guy, I can't remember whether you find out in that film or whether I read it somewhere, but the reason he did it, he was actually a hero in the end because I think he'd raped and murdered a couple of women or lasses down the road that same day. So he was a wrong one.
Wow, I've never heard of that one.
It didn't make me feel sick, but it was the shock when you see it. I went, oh my God. Absolutely brutal.
Well, especially when we usually see something like that in the movie and the person, you know what I mean, it's obviously acting. But
yeah,
wow.
No, this is real.
Okay, I'm kind of intrigued in that one, and Cannibal Holocaust I've heard things about, so I've heard. But I'm actually going to go soon on a disturbing movie binge, to be honest, so I definitely want to check it out.
I would probably pick, I'd be kind, I would pick Kill of America because not only is it like Jesus shock, it's just really, really interesting as well. I honestly think, for want of a better word, I think you'd enjoy it.
Is it on DVD? Is it on a streaming service? Or
you can get it on Blu-ray.
Blu-ray. Ooh,
it's on YouTube as well.
Wow.
Oh, is it on there?
Yeah.
Fully.
That's how I saw that scene.
It is brutal, isn't it, Andy?
The fella gets shot in the head, yeah. And then I read what he'd done on Wikipedia. And yeah, apparently there was someone he was enemies with, and he killed his mother, his wife, and raped his children or something. Really, really fucking horrible, nasty shit. And then you just see him, the officer walk up to him, put the gun to his head, and pull the trigger.
Bang! That's it.
And he just falls over, and there's just blood coming out his head.
I can't believe that's
when you know the backstory, you kind of think, yeah, you deserve that. But
yeah,
It is shocking to see.
Sounded like, yeah, I wouldn't expect that, but geez. Okay.
That's the
kind
most graphic part. That's the most graphic part in it, but he totally deserved it.
I'm kind of sold. And if I do, I'm also going to watch The Edge as well, because that one I'm definitely intrigued by. Andy, how about yourself?
Okay, I'll pick a movie from the 60s that not a lot of people have seen or heard of. It's a movie with Boris Karloff called Targets.
No.
I watched this and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's sort of like a movie of two halves. It's kind of like Boris Karloff is playing Boris Karloff. He's like, in the movie, he's playing an actor who's famous for horror movies, and he's doing one last horror film. And the other half of the movie is, it's a soldier who's got PTSD, and he kills his entire family, and he goes on a killing rampage. And he just sits on top of this tower, and he just starts shooting people on the motorway. And he ends up on the run from the police. And where he ends up is the movie Drive-In, where Boris Karloff's showing his last film. And
wow!
It all comes to a head at this movie Drive-In theater. It's a
quite meta, then.
Amazing movie. No one talks about it. I absolutely love it. It's getting a Blu-ray next month.
Awesome.
For the first time in this country. And it's just a great film. I absolutely love it. And yeah, it just never gets talked about. So it needs some love.
That sounds amazing.
I've just looked that up, and I didn't realize that the director is Peter Bogdaworth, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's got a sort of like a range of films that I've seen in the 70s, so not so much in the 60s. So yeah, even I'm intrigued by that one.
I pre-ordered it like
even
3 months ago.
Even the tagline gets you for that one. What does it say? It said, I just killed my wife and my mother. I know they'll get me, but before that, many more will die. I mean, what a tagline!
That's the soldier. He goes out and he just tries to kill as many people as he can. Like, it's really messed up. Like when
is it colour?
Yeah.
Because the only Boris
Karloff had done it colour.
No, because he did a colour film, I think, when he as well, where he enters the mind of people to take them over. Boris Karloff in I can't remember what it's called, but that was a colour film.
Wow,
that was the last Boris Karloff film that I can remember in colour.
He did Black Sabbath, and that was in colour.
I've never seen that either.
Fuck, that's creepy.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah,
I have heard it's good. That though. What's that one called that's coming out? You pre-ordered? Did you say with the soldier?
Targets.
Right? Targets.
Yeah. It's getting a Blu-ray in September.
I think I'll get that one. I'm going to write it down.
I think it's on BFI. I think, but it's.
I'm going to forget half of these. You see, I have to write things down. So Targets.
Honestly, it's a fucking great film, and no one talks about it, and it needs the love because it is really good.
It sounds amazing. Yeah, it's in here 1968.
Yeah. Same year as like Planet of the Apes and Rosie's Baby, Light of the Living Dead, and it just got lost, and it's just such a great film.
The way you described it, it sounded like early Tarantino, like something happening there and something happening there, and it comes together at the end.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. If you like the old school like Universal monster movies, you'll love it because it kind of opens with one of those movies. And Karloff's kind of like fed up with it. He's like, I'm coming. You can tell he's coming to the end of his career at the start of the film. He's just kind of like just fed up with it. And he's like, I'm going to do this one last film. And that's where it's getting shown at this movie Drive-In, where this soldier who's gone crazy ends up running from the police. And it all ends up happening at this theater, at this drive-in theater. And it's just such a good film.
I'm intrigued. Definitely.
To be fair.
Yeah.
So especially if it's getting a release, like Gary's and here, and he says BFI releasing Targets.
I think it's BFI. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's BFI who's doing it.
I think Gary's saying that as well. By the looks of it, it sounds like you guys are both saying the same thing, really. Here,
Criterion released it in America, so he said.
I've got it on
doesn't
DVD.
surprise me.
The DVD's fucking awful at this point. So yeah, I've definitely pre-ordered that Blu-ray that's coming.
I bet. Is it getting a nice release at all, or?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's a shame because it's not using the original cover artwork, because the original cover artwork's great. It's just Boris Karloff with someone kind of like the target scope, and he's like in the middle of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Might be reversible artwork then.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because I looked at the ad. It's a red circle, isn't it, with the scope and the targets? Because the other part of the advert is him kneeling down as a soldier with him looking through the sights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to check out that movie, mate. That you've sold us on that. I think you sold Nigel. I think you sold Scott on that.
Yeah. I've got it written down for me to order after this stream, so that's it.
It is a great film. It's really underrated, and I think if you're watching,
you ought to get a commission, Andy. I mean, you got everybody here, and now we're pre-ordering it.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not been on a lot, because like YouTubers who go over pre-orders coming up. I've not seen it on many, but it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, man.
Like Vincent Price, who doesn't like Boris Karloff?
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. Well, Scott, what would you say your pick is?
Before
Mortal Kombat.
The original Dawn of the Dead.
That's a good choice as well. To be fair, that I'd definitely choose that one. And Friday, if you haven't seen that.
Which one?
Friday with Arch Cube and Chris Tucker.
I've seen that. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Right. That's a very rapper abuse, Scott.
It
is. No, great thing. I've seen the original Dawn of the Dead. I've seen it first time, I think, 2 years ago. Great movie. I also like the Zack. Is it Zack Snyder?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
didn't know till the other day, but yeah, I was gutted.
Did Jamie tell you that?
No, somebody else said. I was like, oh, I'm disowning it. I'm not having a film that's linked to fucking Justice League.
Don't tell Jamie that. He will absolutely lose it.
Right. Oh, I did say to Jamie, his reply was, hey! That was his reply to everything he didn't agree with. Hey! But it is a damn good remake, I've got to say.
It's pretty good.
The original's better, but I like the remake. Though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, the original's definitely better.
I haven't seen what it's based on. I've only seen the remake and was just like, ugh, with it.
What's the original, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary's and he says Target is a must-watch.
Oh, Gary knows. Yeah.
Gary knows. Yeah. He definitely does. Andy's like you. He's like, BFI. He's like, BFI's releasing it. He knows the drill.
Yeah.
We've got Dead Pixel saying,
Pixel.
Hey, Dead Pixel. Well.
That's a nice name. Yo.
Right. We've got a question from Jason. He says, what do you think about the A24 movie coming out later this year called Iron Claw about the Von Erich wrestling family?
Oh, yes.
We'll all hate it. Josh will love it.
Yeah, well, Josh is excited. I don't think I've heard of this one, Josh.
Yeah, it's Jeremy Allen White and Zac Efron, believe it or not. Like Zac Efron.
Costumes, yeah.
Really hit or miss. Like the guy, that extremely wicked film I think I sent Nigel's got him in it, the Ted Bundy one.
Yeah, it does.
Which I haven't watched yet.
Yeah. And then you've already seen the other stuff, but or already got the other stuff, but yeah, he's in it. Jeremy Allen White from The Bear, which is one of my favorite shows at the minute, he's in it as well. Just a really good cast, and just looks really good. Don't know what it'd be like, but it's A24, and they tend to hit most of the time. So, oh, it's from a good director. Oh, damn. Never mind. Yeah, it's gonna be good then. I'm excited.
No, awesome to hear it. Yeah, well, interesting casting. So I'm intrigued. I like wrestling, so yeah, I'm intrigued. Del Boy, do you know about this movie?
Know nothing about it, and to be quite honest, the only wrestling film that comes to mind when I think about one is The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. So if it's a little bit like that, I'd probably enjoy it. If it's not like that, and it's totally history of a wrestling family, I probably wouldn't be excited about it, to be quite honest.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now, if you're doing an autobiography of giant haystacks and Big Daddy or something, that's probably my era of wrestling.
Totally agree.
Right. Yeah, they would be cool, to be honest. I'd watch those.
What's his name?
Scott?
Tracy something. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Shirley Crabtree.
Shirley Crabtree. There you
go. Scott, how about yourself?
Didn't know it was happening, but I do like wrestling quite a lot, so I'll probably give it a watch at some point.
Awesome, mate. Nige?
Like bollocks, am I going to watch that shite?
You might like it, you don't know.
The Von Erich wrestling family. It sounds like fucking The Sound of Music in a wrestling ring.
I thought that.
Good old back, say what you mean.
Family. So long, farewell. Get over there, you bastard. No, it sounds like my idea of hell.
So you'll be there day one then, Nige?
Yeah. In fact, where's that pre-order for the 4K?
It's coming.
I'll say 24, they don't do 4Ks, bastards. But not till about 2 years when you bought your money's, like when you spent your money on the Blu-ray anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like they just brought out Ex Machina, and I'm like, you motherfuckers, I want the 4K now.
Assholes.
Andy, are you going to check this one out?
I might do, because I actually like wrestling movies more than wrestling, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like movies about wrestling. Like The Wrestler and Fighting with My Family. But,
yeah, Fighting with My Family is good. Florence Pugh's in it, so it's
I might check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, awesome, mate. And yeah, I get what you mean about movies about wrestling instead of the wrestling itself. Yeah, definitely some interesting ones. Yeah.
Wasn't there a TV series about women wrestling called Glamour or something that was on?
Yeah, Glamour, which is on Netflix.
Glow, yeah.
I never saw it, but I just went,
Glow.
No, I don't really want to watch this. I can't.
I heard it was alright though. But...
It got a good write-up, but it's just I went, nah, I don't. Wrestling films, I don't know what it is. I just can't get excited about them. If you come across a good one, you then go, oh, and I like The Wrestler. But I can't think of any
like
other.
The Wrestler.
You know. But that might be because I think Marissa Tomei is gorgeous. That's probably why I like that film.
Oh yeah.
There's a movie called Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. The opening scene of that, if you like Marissa Tomei, Jesus Christ, you're in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I find funny? The Blu-ray for Fighting with My Family has The Rock literally dead center. He's in it for like 2 seconds. He like puts himself anywhere he fucking can, that guy.
With 2 seconds too fucking long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like Hulk Hogan in Rocky 3. Thunder Lips. I mean,
no, I didn't actually, but I love that film, man. I must admit, I enjoyed it.
It's just you could have cut that whole bit out, and I'd have gone. I like Rocky 3. It's just that did add nothing. It added nothing to it. I was going, what the fuck's this?
Take your asshole-shaped chin and get out.
Yeah.
You're a chin like 2 big fucking buttocks.
Oh man.
And a big blonde bell end hairdo. He's like a hippie version of Jimmy Savile, isn't he? With that hair.
Oh, oh no. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
That's a
comparison.
in the flesh, baby. Now then, now.
Come to your Uncle Jimmy, boys and girls.
Thunder lips. Jesus.
Oh man. Hey, what a comparison, Nige.
Now then.
Well, we've got a question for
Hulk
Nige.
Savile.
Jimmy Hogan.
Yeah, Jimmy Hogan.
Jimmy Hogan.
Oh no.
God.
Oh man.
Now then, I want you, Balboa.
Oh.
That's a different Rocky movie, Nige.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's the
it?
difference.
Yeah.
I've fucking ruined it for you all now when you next watch it.
Yeah,
I got
It'll
an idea
walk in, you'll be sat there telling you, going, now then, the fat bastard.
Yeah.
I got an idea for you, Stallone. Look here, listen to this. Yeah, Jesus.
Rocky 3 director's cut by Stallone coming soon.
The Nige cut.
The Nige cut.
The Nige cut.
The Rockgod cut, yeah.
Oh man.
Rockgod edition.
Oh, man.
Rockgod edition, yeah.
Imagine the front cover.
Look like that gif I sent you, Nige.
Let's get Jimmy with his Savile, with his cigar.
Let's get
Get a
Jimmy with
lenticular slip kit.
Oh, lenticular. Oh, no.
Press the button.
Oh.
Now then. Comes with 5 phrases. Goodness gracious me. How's about that then? One day.
Yeah, what there?
One of them dolls that you keep pulling the string out.
Like Woody from Toy Story. I just keep pulling it.
I could just imagine all the different positions those fingers would be in a lenticular edition.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Fucking Hulk Savile. Oh, man.
We've gone from A24 to Savile.
You can rely on Jimmy to make an appearance, I tell you.
Is that where Savile Row comes from? Where he's got them all rowed up?
I didn't say that, boys and girls. It was boys and girls. That was him.
Yeah,
that was him.
Talking of A24, I found this.
He nearly spat his drink out. Then love it.
Oh, you bastard!
Back to A24. I found this the other day, and I was like, I gotta have it. It's the Everything Everywhere soundtrack.
That's a nice record, to be fair.
Oh, it is. It's so nice. It's like
is it coloured?
Yep.
Or is it just black vinyl?
One of them's white, and then the other one's black. So it's
double.
Yeah. There's 40 tracks on it.
The Total Recall expanded score on red vinyl's nice. I bought that about 6 months ago. That's a pretty good score.
There's 40
Total
tracks
Recall.
on this.
Yeah.
Oh, did Total Recall? It wasn't Brad Fiedel, was it?
Jerry Goldsmith. But for many years, they accused Jerry Goldsmith of nicking Basil Palladioris's score of Conan for the intro. They sound identical for the first 20 seconds.
I've whipped this out before, but I'm going to do it again just to show Josh. Look at this bad boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
It's still on the website.
Mine
right?
arrived yesterday, and it was the purple one. It was $29.99 at HMV.
Oh,
is it
I might
what
have to
colour's
try and
yours?
get it then.
Yours is the same colour as yours, not the pink one, the purple.
Oh, I could have got the pink one, but it was awful.
£105 for the pink one.
The pink one's there. Have you seen the colour of this, Josh?
Is it the purple one?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Or have you just seen a mock-up? Oh.
I've seen the pictures. Oh.
And the purple one is $29.99.
I'm not careful. I'll be getting my purple one out shortly.
Oh, God.
Oh, that looks so nice.
But you see,
That's
Nigel
nice.
encouraged me to get that, so I ordered it.
I'm gonna have to try and get
That's
a copy of that. That is lovely.
The soundtrack's amazing as well. I remember watching it, listening, thinking, I hope they do the soundtrack to that. Never thinking they would.
I haven't seen the show, but I want to That just looks so nice. I might have to.
It is
cop
fucking
it.
amazing. I swear to God, and that's coming from me. Oh my God, I love it.
I think
I like Danny Elfman
wait.
anyway, all the way from Weird Science.
I have seen it. I've seen about 3 episodes so far. I think.
It's great, really good.
Oh God,
I just found it hard to get into, but
because he was in.
Have you seen it, man?
He was in Oingo
Yeah, I loved
Boingo,
it.
wasn't he?
Did you act it? It's one of them, I think. Like when an episode finishes, you've got to watch the next one, and they always leave it with the cliffhanger. And you go. I started watching it. I thought I'll watch 2 or 3 episodes before I go to bed. I ended up going to bed about 6 o'clock, and then I had to drag my ass with 2 episodes left to watch. And I tell you what, I was up 4 hours later finishing it. It was fantastic.
Nice.
I absolutely loved it, and I thought I was going to hate it, to be honest.
I wonder if it's on Amazon. I don't know if it will be.
No, Nigel was great. I can't wait for season 2.
It's HMV.
Oh man, I know. It's on its way as well.
Yeah, HMV. It's the purple one. It's $29.99.
Yeah, it's sold out on Amazon. I'll have a look. It's sold out.
And you guys said they did a pink version of that.
Yeah, 105.
Yeah,
A bit
that
surprised by a
was
pink version.
that was an exclusive to one site,
Okay.
and I think the purple looked more like colours, like for Wednesday. Even the background on that photo was purple, so I think the purple was like to represent Wednesday, and the pink was to represent her daft roommate because she's daft as arseholes.
Yeah, she is pretty daft as fuck. From what
It's kind of like the purple one. It's transparent, and I just don't think it looked nice.
I would say the purple's more Wednesday colours. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the pink one was like really limited. Now, even that didn't make me think, "Oh, I'm having that just 'cause it's limited." I like the purple one. That's the one I got.
Right, it's nice, that purple one.
I put it in the basket for payday.
Nigel, there's a question for you here, actually, from Nigel. He says, Nigels?
Right.
Nige? What's your thoughts on the
Plurals.
Good Son? You're not alone on this, Nige. I flippin' love that movie so much.
Macaulay
It
Culkin.
is absolutely fantastic, and if you haven't seen it, wow, you need to watch it. Where have I put it?
Is it
Oh, where's
Culkin?
Laura moved? I bet it is.
This
is one of the films.
It's with the remote. It's with the remote.
No, it's not.
Oh, never mind. It's not.
Macaulay Culkin
Oh, it
and
is.
Eli Wallach. Eli Wallach? He's in The Good, the Bad, the fucking Ugly. It's not Eli Wallach, it's Elijah Wood.
Jesus
The
Christ.
lookalike.
Eli Wallach.
The lookalike. I'm losing my fucking mind.
Pete, come back. Jesus Christ, Pete.
So this was out in 93. So he did this not long after Home Alone 2.
Mm.
And if the thing is, when this came out, all you saw Macaulay Culkin do really was like, and all that shit. He's fucking brutal in that film. I swear to God, he's evil.
Mm.
What a good little actor he is. If you haven't seen that, you need to get it watched because it's such a good film. Have you seen it, Andy?
I have, yeah.
Did you like it?
It's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
The best
I loved
part,
it.
The best part about it is Macaulay Culkin. He steals the show. But I think the film as a whole, it's a bit loosey. It's not as tight as I wanted it to be, but yeah. But, the movie's a bit loose, but he's the best part about it. Yeah,
It is very 90s.
Yeah, because I think it was the film he did between Home Alone 2 and Richie Rich.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? How we can like play something like that and then go back to daft as assholes. Look how young Elijah Wood is there, though, as well.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, to be fair, Nigel, like Elijah Wood's in Back to the Future Part 2, his first ever appearance. He's young as hell in that, like, so.
Oh, what was that? Did you say? Sorry, you broke up a bit there.
Oh, I was just saying, like, his first ever performance, like Elijah Wood, was Back to the Future Part 2. So
is he in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in like the cafe. He's in the future part. He's playing like the Wild Gunman on the machine.
They're playing at the Wild Gunman Nintendo arcade machine, weren't they?
Bloody hell! I've only seen the second one once or twice.
Mm.
I remember.
I don't remember him being. I need to watch them again.
Great movies. And I was waiting for Andy's like favorite movies list when he got to 1985. I was like, Back to the Future better be on that front thumbnail.
And was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was over the moon. I was like, Andy's cool.
It's a close to a perfect movie, Back to the Future. There's not really much you can critique about it. It's just everything about it is just amazing.
Yeah.
Just so different as well. I thought when it came out, it was just something different for a change.
They went to Disney about it to see if they could get it off the ground, and Disney wanted nothing to do with it.
Of course, they didn't.
Because they didn't like the whole the incest part. They were like, nah.
Dumb.
It's not like anything happens, for God's sake.
No, they think with their wallets, Disney. You know that they don't give a shit.
Well,
they clearly weren't because they made fucking millions, the dickheads.
Yeah,
the thing I remember about that year, 1985, and that film in particular, Back to the Future, was that we had an independent video store. This is where you were going in and renting your films, and Back to the Future destroyed Rocky IV in the rental market when those two films came out. Back to the Future was renting out week after week after week in thousands of copies. Rocky IV didn't see anything like the set of that film, and I remember the guy who owned the video store just turned around saying, "I ordered 20 copies of each of these films, and I've still got 15 Rocky IVs out the back, and even weeks later, people are still getting Back to the Future out." And I wish I'd have bought a load more of those.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm kind of glad Disney didn't get Back to the Future. Otherwise, we'd have like 20 of them by now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Them.
Yeah.
They ruined it.
Yeah. At least it's just preserved trilogy. That's it. Remakes. Didn't want them. I mean, it might
Disney
happen
give
one day,
me
like...
Disney give me a migraine sometimes. They're just dumb as fuck. Like they are just dumb as fuck. They'd rather spend $350 million on an Indiana Jones film nobody fucking wanted than actual good stuff.
1985 Disney was not the Disney today. Like Disney was struggling back then. Like they were really, really. It was a bad time for them in the 80s because the movies they were churning out were not great. They didn't make money.
In the 90s.
Sounds like now.
With...
Well,
yeah, but they're in the shit now, aren't they?
Packet of migraine relief with every copy.
It's funny because Apple is thinking of buying Disney now because Disney is so low on money right now.
Oh my God.
Yep.
So I can't see.
You'll knock the castle down, put a dirty great big apple there, and call it Apple Land.
I just can't see that happening. Just can't see that happening though. They'll sell individual IPs of their stock before they'll do something like that.
They're thinking of getting rid of some of their subsidiaries like the Disney parks and stuff and selling it to a different market, and like they're running their stock market is so low right now that they have to sell it to somewhere because their value is dropping, is depleting. Especially since the whole writer strike thing with Bob Iger saying that it's dangerous and it's all this when he can easily stop it tomorrow. It's dropped.
Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians with Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a bit surprised by that one though, Josh, in terms of getting rid of the parks, because I would have thought the parks was probably one of the most profitable things to bring the money in.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get rid of the park. They just want to sell it to, or just put it to a different thing, I think, or have someone invest in it. Butlins. Yeah.
Butlins will buy it for $50.
Butlins. No, I read it on Twitter or something like
that. Is Butlins still going?
I don't know. Get rid of Mickey Mouse and bring on them sexy red coats.
Imagine everybody shouting out Heidi High at a Disney park.
Imagine traveling to America for that shit.
Butlins.
Yeah, it says that
fat ass competition.
Disney is it says that Disney is considering selling some of its assets like ABC, Fox, and stuff to Apple, so that they can get rid of some of their things and lighten up. But that's just gonna cause fucking warfare again with the streaming titans. It's like it's a lose-lose at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't even think they know what to do, to be fair. Gary's saying Disney needs to sell Star Wars.
They do. And
yes,
Marvel.
so they need a fucking
Fuck 'em off.
scrapyard and let them destroy it.
Have you seen what they've done with like Secret Invasion and stuff with Marvel? Like that's the lowest rated show. I think it's got like 13% out of 100.
I think the Inhumans is worse.
Yeah, the Inhumans, but I think that was.
That wasn't Disney. It was before that takeover, but Inhumans is atrocious.
Oh yeah, that's dog shit. I got like 2 episodes in and I was like, this is.
But the thing about getting rid of
Marvel, I tried, yeah.
The thing about getting rid of Marvel though is that wouldn't work either. They need it for their plan for streaming. But what they could do with Marvel is they could say we want to sell the IP of individual characters. So we don't want Captain America anymore. So that becomes a non-Marvel product. We'll give that out now as public domain or whatever it is and sell it so that people can now introduce that into their other comics. That would make them millions. Do you see what I mean? Because they're just selling one character out of thousands. You see what I mean? Because if you sell Marvel as a whole product, Spider-Man is worth trillions to them because of the merchandise, not just because of comics. We're talking merchandise and a worldwide character that's known just by looking at the emblem or the face. You go, that's Spider-Man, that's Batman, that's too well known. You see what I mean? As much as people hate Marvel, and I understand that, I know that it would make more sense for them to sell individual characters as an IP. They should never have bought things like Fox. They're monopolizing. They're turning around and saying we're going to be so powerful there'll be no film industry other than us. That's it. Yeah. That's what Disney are, and I don't like that at all. I don't like rolling over. That's my rant. Sorry.
Yeah, the whole Fox acquisition kind of just backfired on them, basically.
Yeah. Too greedy. Too greedy.
I know Andy said before that he doesn't like Disney or at least Disney Plus and stuff. So
no, I don't.
But they're everywhere, aren't they?
I found out today they're putting their prices up to 27%.
Wow.
But Disney are everywhere. I mean, they're even the production company on the new Doctor Who. Just because, I mean, we're talking mental now. It's like that you're now having a production company going into the BBC that's now part of Disney, and you're just going, they're everywhere. It's like they're the Skrulls. They're just everywhere.
Literally. We're going to take one final comment, and that is actually from Gary. He says, Andy, have you seen Back to the Future at the cinema?
No.
I have.
No. Love to, but no.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to see.
I've seen it on a re-release on its anniversary in the cinema before. That was great.
I am that old.
Well, don't worry, that's an experience.
I'm just so old. I went to the cinema all the time, and I just went, I'm watching that and that. Every time a film came out, I was there every week. Terrible. Like, that's why I asked Nige purposely a question in his Q&A, saying, how many films did you watch a week back then compared to now? It was purposely to go, did you go as often as I did to the cinema? And did you think about it, the fact that we're spending all this
money? I rarely went to the cinema in the 80s, actually.
No, but you were renting, and it's the same sort of thing, because that's what I was doing. I'd go to the cinema on a Friday, but on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was going to the video store, getting 2 hour night like this and just eating films.
The only films I actually remember seeing at the cinema in the 80s was the Jaws and Jaws 2 re-release double bill.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Beverly Hills Cop, Ghostbusters, Gremlins, Beverly Hills Cop 2, Fatal Attraction. And probably a couple of more Elm Streets as well. Well, all of the Elm Streets, Elm Street 2, 3, 4, and 5, they were all 80s.
Yeah. See,
I've seen more than what I thought, actually.
I was so I was so happy that Sam told me that I could get After Hours in the UK, because there it is. It turned up today. Scorsese, 80s. You know, I had to have it.
I've never seen that.
And this is just for you, Nigel. There's that box of blood with the blood dripping down. In
Look at that.
That's really nice.
They're sexy, isn't it?
That I don't want. It's got 6-disc collection, vampire movies plus an exclusive, never previously released vampires documentary.
Ooh.
In search of the real Dracula, it says.
In search of the real Dracula.
Yeah, it's got Near Dark, Nosferatu, vampires, vampires out for blood, vampires daughters of Dracula, Nosferatu, Near Dark. Yeah, got a few on there.
And I'm so impressed that it hasn't dried up after all these years. I'm talking about the DVD box, Filthy Beasts.
And then Andy helped me out because he told me about Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yeah. I like that film.
Everybody's helped me out.
Yeah, it's fun movie.
I like Dungeons and Dragons.
Everybody's helped me out. My friend sent me The Invisible Man on Blu-ray with David McCallum.
Oh my God, I remember that.
I went Blu-ray of a 70s.
Wow. Is that the complete thing as well?
Yeah, the complete series.
Damn.
Wow.
You see, did you notice David McCallum's bell end haircut on the front cover there?
Yeah, no, it's like Beatles.
Whip it out, let's have another look. Shows your bell end.
Oh.
Look at that, Andy.
Is Ma definitely got the ball for that one, didn't she?
Man, I just want to say thank you, Denny, for making my day by sending me that. That made me smile.
That's awesome. And very quickly, Andy, was it in your 85 video you talking about After Hours?
Yeah.
I love After Hours.
It's a really good film. Really love it. Yeah.
Done straight after The King of Comedy, which bombed for Martin Scorsese.
It might be...
And they halved his budget, and he made this film, and it turned it around again for him.
It's got.
Is After Hours a comedy?
Sort of.
Black dark comedy. Black dark.
It's got
comedy.
both the parents from Home Alone in it.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, it's got Terry Garr in it as well.
Yeah, Terry Garr's in it. One of the Arquette sisters, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it
Rosanna? I think
Rosanna Arquette. Yeah, that's it.
Think of it this way,
Stronger in it as well.
Think of it this way, right? It's a film of like this. Like, I'm not going to say too much at all, but it's like everything that can go wrong goes wrong.
Yeah,
at night in 1 year, in one night in Manhattan. That's all it is. One night.
Like he's
just Soho, Manhattan.
Oh, he's just trying to get home and he just can't. Everything's just in his way, trying to stop him.
Yeah.
He's got no
money. He's got no money, and he can't. And he's over the other side of Manhattan to where he lives. How do you get home? That's the whole question. Now in this era, it'd be I'll just use an Uber and pay later on. Back in 1985, not possible. What would you do? You're stuck in one side of Manhattan, got to get to the other side.
Yeah, he's got no money.
Yeah, I remember. Well, I say I've watched most of Andy's video, and I remember I saw that After Hours part there, and I was like, "Wow, that sounds amazing."
That's a good. It's really good. It
my 4K of Showgirls turns up tomorrow. Apparently.
Oh, Showgirls! Oh. Fucking hate Showgirls.
It's fun. It's It's bad, but it's fun.
I hate it. Yeah. It is that bad, Scott. I hated it.
I'm finally going to get to see it. It's only DVD, but if I like it, I can upgrade.
It's that bit in Scream 2 when the killer asks him what's your favourite scary movie, and Randy says Showgirls.
Showgirls.
Absolutely terrifying, yeah.
I had to have it just as an obscurity because I know how much it was universally hated when it came out.
I've never seen that either. I've had that sense.
Have you seen the follow-up? Have you seen the follow-up
to this?
Oh, yeah.
No, this has got a sequel, has it?
Yeah, Spider something.
Spider's Web, something like that.
Along
comes the spider.
Along came Spider.
Okay, Spider.
That's it,
yeah, that's it.
No, I haven't.
Good.
Fucking, I had this conversation with Winslow on one of my streams. It was very. Leon put me onto it. Leon was like, "Please watch it. Please watch it." So I watched it and I said to him, "Yeah, I fucking hated it." He loved it, but I was just like, it was a chore. It's a chore.
Well, I'll be interested to hear Nigel's thoughts as well. That'll be interesting.
Definitely.
It was just that you've all. It's just that you've all helped me, like I say, in some way. Like, thank you very much is all I wanted to really say about it. I mean, I'm looking at my stuff and I'm going, my God, I've just realised I haven't got Basic Instinct 2. I've got the soundtrack, I haven't got the film, and yeah, I've got the film Basic Instinct in every single format that it's come out in. Why haven't I got Basic Instinct 2? So I'm instantly going, he's now got the DVD of it, and I'm going, oh shit, I've got to get that because I can't have a hole. Can't have a hole.
Right.
No.
Right.
It's a shit
I
film.
do have another one of these somewhere, but it is only DVD.
Yeah. But it's just, all I'm saying is, and that reminded me of Silver, or is it Sliver? Is it Sliver?
Sliver. What happened to that?
You know, what
it got a VHS release. I never heard from it. I used to have the VHS of that.
So,
that was Sharon Stone and was it one of the Baldwins?
Yes, it is. And he's a megalomaniac watching films like a voyeur. And all I'm getting at is that a memory like Basic Instinct 2 reminded me of a film, Sliver, and it just goes on and on and on. And then I remember I haven't got these. So there's gaps and I've got to fill them in because I've seen them and I haven't got them in my collection for some reason. So this is what I'm saying. You're all helping me. So thank you so much for inviting me on. Because every time I'm getting something new, like targets and all that sort of stuff. And like I say, Nigel's he's getting so much stuff that I'm just going, oh, I had that and I ain't got it anymore. Shit, bastard. And I'm having to write it down. I might as well have a pad and a piece of paper every time I watch a Nige video.
That's a nice compliment for me, isn't it? Shit bastard.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch the video from that shit bastard.
Hey,
so he's got something coming on Saturday that he went, oh, I did mention that. Bastard. He's going to go.
Well, there's another one of them that I've mentioned and I don't realise.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
How the hell does he do it?
Just
got to knock me down with a feather when that turned up.
Oh, that was my pleasure, and I looked for ages to find this. I looked for ages to find the Spanish one.
Well, I very much appreciate it. I can't wait to see it. I want to see if she fancies watching it tonight. Actually,
yeah, definitely. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. So first, I just want to apologise to any comments we didn't get to, but thank you everyone for tuning in. Firstly, I just want to thank my guests before, and also Del Boy, Josh, Andy, Nige, and Scott for joining me. The links to
thank you very much for asking us.
You're welcome. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I'm ecstatic. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Hey, well, you're welcome, you guys. Thank you guys for just spending the time to do this. So please go subscribe to Del Boy, Josh, Andy, Nige, and Scott. Again, all the links down below in the description box. Go up to them, and until next time, we will see you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you.